It is a positively charged.
Okay, good. Looks like the mic is working this time.
Hooray!
Woot. Hello, everyone.
What does the positive charge gel do?
It will negate the effects of
Regular slime.
like normal ectoplasm or especially black slime.
Okay, good.
Against humans, it will mellow them the hell out.
Nice.
So,
Okay, so you've got your goggles of electrospectral optics.
nice.
So, I will do cards for all this stuff. I apologize again. I meant to have everything ready, but
Next.
life. Okay,
Stop apologizing for shit.
Brian, I'm apologizing professionally, and that's as far as it goes. You, as my player, will accept said apology, or your character will die from air cancer. Teehee.
To be fair,
Yeah, it is. Okay. So,
sorry.
hi everybody.
Hi.
So much a thing right now. So much a thing. Okay, so last game, the two of you dealt with Morty's from Morty's Used Cars, Cluck Cluck Buck Buck, who actually turned out not to be so much cursed as cursed into a weird chicken. And this became really evident when he climbed to the top of Mrs. Weatherby's house and took flight, not only terrorizing his ex-wife, but more than likely probably the person he was cheating on his ex-wife with. Which would be all really fascinating, but at 3,000 feet, being hanging limply from proton streams while being attached to a winch belonging to a wealthy industrialist cryptid eccentric, while trying not to fall to your death, you're a little bit more occupied with why the hell is the chicken flying. But you dealt with that, and Mrs. Weatherby was able to get a brand new broom, which she was thrilled with, of course. The good news and the bad news is the ghost sightings are continuing. The other news is that you were able to successfully complete your previous contract, so everybody's really happy about that. The bad news is that all of you seem to have gotten locked into Frederico's production of 12 Angry Men, except there's only 6 of them, so they're twice as angry.
They're gonna double up or like 6 angry men squared.
Yeah, it really.
That's more than double.
It really is going to be.
That would be like 36.
And the good news is after the weird chicken, the ghost busting, and effectively dealing with both Mickey, who's bringing you cars from you're not sure where, to Detective Donahan, who is skeptic and does not believe you at all, but is very grateful to take members of the mob into jail for their, own stupidity, who's probably thinking right now that the mob is very happy that somebody has finally turned in one of their own. To Walter Peck's grandson, who seems just to be an okay civil servant, but the higher ups keep busting his balls to bust your balls, so it kind of trickles down, and he just wants it to stop so he can do his job in peace and be left the hell alone. To your PR executive, who does not like Walter Peck's grandson, or a Wilson Wildcat, Tucker Wildcat Carson, or pretty much anything that has anything to do with her job, especially the gooey cat, which has actually, strangely enough, kind of won her a little bit of a affection of her heart. She had such a thing beating in that cold dead body.
You're not very fond of PR people anymore, are you?
No, just this one. So specifically, it has been an action-packed day. Victor went home to effectively a well-deserved sleep and a home-cooked meal by his 2 moms. And the news that they're both excited because Agnes is just, she's asked if they stop by the house for a high tea this Sunday. So they're just, kind of they're trying to be nonchalant around
Failing
you
miserably?
because it's like they're not failing miserably, but it's like behind closed doors there's giddy schoolgirls, but when you're around because you know her so well, they're trying to be, you know, yeah, that's nice. Oh yes, maybe we should bring her some raisin tarts. We could totally do that. We could go to the expensive place on 14th, and you know, it's obvious they have no idea how to schmooze in the highest ranks of society at this point. So, you know, occasionally, you know, they'll ask you for, you know, questions like, oh, what does she drink? And what's her house like? And say anything she doesn't like. So,
Nope, the mouse is moving again. Okay.
so they've been kind of peppering you with questions as far as that goes. You got home on the other hand to your place. And all Persephone's stuff has been, you know, packed up, shipped out, moved out. Jill has moved in. And aside from the fact that, you know, she's got a Leonard Cohen poster on the wall by her bed and, you know, a laptop, her room is actually kind of sparse. She's quiet, you know, keeps to herself. Neighbors seem to like her. Doesn't bother anybody. Keeps out of your way. Basically, you know, nondescript, very quiet,
This is worrying.
likable.
No one
Reads
is
a
actually
lot.
that quiet.
Reads a lot. Wears tweed skirts for some reason. Dowdy blouses. Enjoys practical shoes. Goes to her job in the day, comes back in the evening. No? Or she reads. Alone in her room. Quiet. So yeah, everything's going pretty well on your front.
Great.
And following day, we have that beautiful opening shot, sun breaking over the horizon, birds are chirping, old man is walking his dog in the street, nods to a old woman walking her dog in the street. They pass. You know, the ice cream guy, you hear ringing the little bell, you know, pedaling his little bicycle with his freezer on the front. Children are laughing and swaying.
Do you remember what the thing on the window is for?
Oh yeah. Children are laughing and swaying, you know, swinging.
Swaying.
Swaying.
Okay, this just
They
got
might
real
be,
creepy.
they might be dancing. We don't know. To something.
They're on the teeter-totter. So, you have that the beautiful kind of music in the background. Everything is absolutely perfect. And that's when you show up at work.
Okay.
First thing you notice about the parking lot, it's full. It's very full. It is standing room only. Kind of point where all the parking spots are gone, and people are actually parking around the back. You enter the door, and the bell rings. It's just lined with people along, like sitting, standing up. You know, you come through the door, and they're like, "You must be Victor. Hi, Victor. I've got to go. Victor, we've got a problem here. I'm pretty sure it's a poltergeist. I think my wife is a witch and turning people into hamsters." You know, kind of going on. And you've got Federico. Eric draws your attention. Steam is pouting left, right, and center. The digital display is swirling like mad. Like cup after cup after cup of coffee is being produced, and people are just gobbling it up. Federico is there. He's like, "Yeah, Ghostbusters, hold, please hold. Ghostbusters, please hold. Yeah, Victor and yeah, please hold. Yeah, third level poltergeist, got it. No, we don't have any business at this West Side Droid Hotel. That's the other guys. No. I'm sorry, sir. Yes, I understand. He's actually got 2 or 3 phones all going at. Please hold. And he's giving you that look like a deer caught of that. It's like, boss, you wouldn't believe what's happening. It's not even 9 o'clock.
I'm literally standing in the middle of the room surrounded by people. Yes, I would believe it.
Good point. We've got 42 different requests for you and Paz to swing by and do an investigation. We got several people who want to do media interviews, podcasts, web journalists, the WCRK guy,
They go on the bottom of the list. We're not. We have to help people first, then plug the promotion.
Right, you got the pet guy who came by with more forms. The PR lady Nancy said she wanted to see you.
What pet guy?
The guy who came by with the lawyers yesterday and the SPCA.
Oh, heck.
Yeah.
Hell does he want?
He said there was a mistake on one of the forms, so he sent you these to fill out. On top of that, too, we've got a couple of people for endorsements. There's a guy doing a breakfast cereal who wants to know if you can put your face on the cover.
Interested.
And we've got another one for, like, I think it's a Jello pop. He gave out some samples. And take a look at these. They're plushies. And he pulls up a plushie, and it's this stuffed little chibi face of Paz with this expression of abject terror. And he squeezes it. It's like, and look, they did one of you. Listen up, and it's you. It's like, they're cute, right? Anyway, he wanted to know if we're interested, and if so, what the licensing fees were. Oh, by the way, Mrs. Weatherby also came by with some butter tarts. She took a liking to the cat. Won't lie, things got weird after that. And, don't forget you've got your coffee date with Where Chicken's Lady. I wrote that down. And also, 7:15 tonight. Don't be late, because you have a very important artistic...
That all depends on today.
I see. So, how do you want to handle this?
Okay.
Ring, ding, ding. Or ding, 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 I guess. Opening the door. What is with the parking lot? Don't tell me whoa. Those actual people.
Yep.
I kind of thought it was the sleazy car guy again.
No. He got
Pass! Thank God you're here. Here, take these, and help me go through these. And we need to start interviewing these people to see who's crazy or who's getting jobs.
Hi,
Or
who are you? Mm-hmm.
it's Federico.
Okay. What's he handing me?
He's like files of paperwork and request forms.
Okay, so lots of paper.
Yeah.
What's the paper for?
Filling out forms from Walter Peck's grandkid who came by yesterday. I need you to rubber stamp a lot of these requisitional stuff.
That would be not my job.
I
I can't rubber stamp shit. Why are you trying to get me to do it?
Because your trouble says, "I just work here!" Exclamation mark. And the GM is tapping it.
No, I just work here. Like, I am not the boss.
So, you get a fate point.
Speaking of which, I need 3 of those.
Yeah, but you also get an extra one because I'm tapping your trouble.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out how this is making any sort of trouble, but okay. Yeah.
It's I just work here. He
Yeah.
needs extra help. He needs someone to help him interview the crazies and figure out who's got a legit job and who does not.
Yeah, I can. That's yeah. That I can do. But I
Okay.
can't do the requisition papers.
Okay. So, what I'm going to do, I will take the paperwork from Walter Peck's office.
Okay.
The Ghostbusters franchise actually has a chief executive officer. His the legal executive officer's name is Louis Tully, I believe.
Right.
You'll need to contact him. That is in regards to any and all franchising stuff. So the cereal, the plushies, the toys, the endorsement deals.
Sorry, the what now?
Oh yeah.
That is horrifying.
Really? Here's mine.
That's also horrifying.
Right? Anyway, so all of that, we don't have to worry about.
Okay.
That is literally his job. Second,
Can we veto the squeaky toys?
that would be considered in franchising as well.
Well, I mean, because it's our faces.
Yeah, it's merchandising. If you did not say it, so yeah, that's a no.
Okay.
On that.
It's a yeah or it's a no?
That's a no.
No.
Okay, that's no. All right, writing it down. Got it.
So as far as that goes, any push bands, like push to the bottom of the pile, anyone asking for interviews, webinars, like podcasts, which we don't have time. We first.
Okay.
That is
Maybe interviews regarding hiring people, though. Because this is a lot of people.
it is, and we can do that. Right now, we have to get through the line first. Thirdly, anyone claiming that their pun that their haunting is a level whatever is going to the bottom of it. But those are the people I need you to interview.
Okay.
Because they're people that genuinely sound like they think that they know what they're talking about.
Why do you want me to interview them?
Because you can suss their bullshit better than I can.
Okay, but you actually know. Okay, sure.
I will take the interviews where people just say there's something going on. Please help. If it sounds like if it sounds like there is something, we can help. If it sounds like it could be anything else, I can do that. People I can't do. So
And glowing.
what?
Glowing?
Yeah, the door in your office started glowing about 8:45 this morning. It was humming a little bit. It stopped.
8:45.
8:45.
You're sure?
Yeah, absolutely.
You looked at the clock.
Mhm.
Okay, I'll make a note.
See here, I wrote it down, and I also did a quick sketch of it. See?
It's actually quite nice.
Oh, thank you. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I know. Charcoal's not really my medium, but I like to dabble from time to time.
We
The
still.
hard part was getting the easel in there.
You know, you could have just taken a picture. Speaking of which, I will get you a
Camera.
I'll get you a camera that has a key spectrum. Anyway,
We also still have the attack fruit job and the Museum of Natural History.
yep. Okay. So,
Okay, so hey everyone. So everyone who has no idea what's going on and they just need help, go stand in line over there.
All right. So, roll report.
Dice. Oh, come on, I downloaded a dice app. Where did I put it? There we go. So 3.
Okay, so about maybe a quarter of the people kind of go up and form the line. A little frightening is that at the front of the line is both Eric and Federico.
Federico, get out of the line.
Damn it. It seems like a good idea. We will squeak. Goes back to his position, making more coffee.
thank you.
And everyone who is pretty sure they know exactly what's going on and what they need help with, stand in a line over there.
Okay, so they're getting and standing in the line. That's so on
Is that the other 3/4?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna quietly just go over to Eric. Eric, I appreciate all your hard work. I really do. And I know you're putting a lot of effort into this.
Thank you.
But we're gonna talk about how you're suddenly autonomous.
Decaf coffee?
Yes, please.
Thank you. Well, I was hoping to surprise you later, but I
Well,
think
you did,
I've
because
come
at one point you were a wall-mounted coffee machine.
Mm-hmm. We all grow. That's what we do. We change. That's why we're here. And I think that we've come to the part in our relationship where we understand each other in ways never before. And I just want you to know that I am here for you, and I'm ready for you to send me in. I am ready to fulfill my destiny as a Ghostbuster. The first caffeine dispensing, hot beverage supplying, autonomous Ghostbuster. Send me in, boss. I can do this.
I thought the possibilities are endless. Okay, so just
I mean, don't. We will bite.
give me my decaf, and then
This is the happiest day of my life. For you, extra steam.
thank you so much. Let's do this.
All right. So where you have to go?
The line of people who
I
love
am
hot
going to
glue.
go in front of my office.
You're going in front of your office. All right, and Federico sent the little tiny side office, which was formerly known as the broom closet, from the last thing he's converted into an
Hey,
office.
it's my old
It
office.
really is. So, first person who comes in. Hi, my name's Janine, and I got a problem with my place. Late at night, whenever the clock strikes 12, the room starts shaking and vibrating, and I hear this horrible rumbling sound. It's like thunder. I don't know what to do. I'm pretty sure it's a poltergeist or some kind of demonic demon entity or or yeah, something like that. But it's really affected my ability to sleep, and my manager keeps accusing me of sleeping at my job. But I told him, I'm pretty sure it's a ghost thing, and he's like, if it's a ghost thing, then get it checked out.
Okay, so at midnight.
Exactly.
What about noon?
No.
Okay, so only the 12 o'clock, in other words.
Yeah.
Okay, so at midnight your room starts shaking.
Yes.
And making noise.
The whole house. Yes.
The whole house.
Mm-hmm. The whole house. There's this rumbling sound.
Does it do anything else?
I mean, like it shakes, like plates and things, and it, messes up the TV reception a little bit, but then it usually goes back.
Okay, so house shakes, reception messed up.
Oh yeah. I like Friends. Usually that's when I watch Friends. Do you think Friends is like affecting the ghost? If it's a ghost, is that bad?
Hold on a second, I'm taking notes.
Roll for investigate. Please, this is painful. Just roll for investigate.
I'm pretty sure she's fucking with me. My first thought was, is there construction in the area for some reason?
Roll for investigate.
Where is my stat on that one? 4.
Okay, so you're like, hang on a moment. Where's your address? She gives you the address. You plug it into the computer. She's located right beside the train tracks. Like, right beside the train tracks.
So.
You even,
Good news.
you even check the train schedule, and it's like, no, sure enough, they open up an express to Baltimore at midnight.
So I got good news and I got bad news for you.
Okay.
1, I can solve your ghost problem right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god, you're a miracle. You're an angel.
There's no ghost.
Huh?
It's called a train. You're on the train tracks. A train goes by. A normal, for living people, normal train.
But you can still write a letter, like,
Nope.
to my boss saying that I was here talking to you about ghost stuff, so I won't get, like, penalized my hours for work. Right.
No.
Okay. Well then, I'll just...
You might want to call your boss and let him know you're on your way back.
Ding, ding. She walks out, heartbroken, forlorn.
Next.
Hey! Oh, I love this. This is nice. This is quaint. This is very, very, very nice. This is nice. Hey, you must be Victor, the Ghostbuster, right?
Close enough.
Okay.
Sure.
I got a situation here. I got a 411 that needs your attention. Pretty sure that my children are possessed. Yeah.
Said every parent ever.
Right, my first thought is more than normal children.
See, Alicia was a beautiful child, really, really nice, really kind. She loved her daddy so much. I'm her daddy, obviously. I know, inside joke, but what can I say? And teachers just loved her, and then she just turned 16 and everything changed. She's just not herself. I hear voices coming from her room at night, in terms of she's getting all those reports. She's so quiet, and all she does is write in this little black book, and she listens to this strange music. I think it's satanic rock. I don't know, but I think she's absolutely possessed. Do you know what she called me? My sweet little girl said to me in front of guests, publicly, in my own home, that I was lame. Can you believe that? The mouth on her. Just I can't believe it. So I just need you to, like, I don't know, scan her or exercise her and just kind of reset her to the way she was. I'm pretty sure that she's acting against her. Do you have hourly rates?
So, no, what's happening is your child is become a teenager. In fact, this is really late. This normally happens when they're like 12. And they start to develop their own personality. That's not basically yours.
You see, it's a little bit different. You see, she's homeschooled.
That would explain why it's delayed. You need to talk to, I don't know, family therapist?
Roll rapport. So this is the game where the franchise sinks. What's that?
4.
He's like, yeah. He's eating a hook line. It's just like, oh my gosh, I never thought about it like that. You are so wise. It's probably just a growing phase. How could I not see this? It makes sense.
I've got a lineup of people. I do not have time to.
So it carries on.
Is the entire lineup of people who think they know exactly what's going on full of fucktards?
No, just the first 17.
I can't get it out of my head so much. It's like that woman walking by. It's like, oh, it was just a train. Okay. Midnight rolls by. It's just this giant spectral train. Not a ghost at all. It's just a train.
Okay, so what are you doing at this point? You're interviewing people?
Yep.
So you got the first couple people come in and they're like, well,
I will. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just kind of have my I'll have my phone kind of set up kind of like facing me, and I will put in my contact lens, so I will be able to see if there's any like residual PK energy off of them.
okay, so first guy comes in and he's like, you're the one who doesn't, people don't know what the hell's going on, right?
Yes.
Alright, so first one comes in and he's like, listen, it's probably not a ghost thing, I don't know what the thing is, but I'm swearing my neighbor's dog is predicting the future. Like I'll go outside, it'll start barking at me, something bad will happen to me. The next day I'll go out, it won't bark at me, and everything is fine. The dog, I think the dog can control what happens to me.
Okay, so I'm gonna need a example, because something bad happening to you for you is gonna be a lot different than something bad happening to me. So
My mother-in-law passed away. We were very close.
I'm sorry to hear that.
She had an accident. She tripped on a skateboard and fell down 6 flights of stairs and landed at the base of a fire hydrant. Just as a fire truck pulled up and landed on.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is.
That's textbook definition of the bad day.
Yep. I will give you that. And the dog predicted this.
I'm pretty sure it did. It was barking at me. It was barking at me when I stepped out the front door. A lot.
Well, from the point of view of paranormal investigator, animals have always had. I don't.
Roll for notice.
What is that cat? 2.
Funny you should say that. The cat isn't like at your feet. Like he can't see. The cat is at your feet, and it's just it's going through the hissing motion, but you can't really. It's just hissing at him. And you look through the phone you've got set up, and you can definitely see there's like a shadow behind this guy. There's like at first you thought it was his shadow, and then you're like, no, he's sitting. This thing is definitely standing.
Well, as I was saying, I don't just go to my drawer. Actually, I'll text Federico. Say, hey, Federico, you want to bring me one of those little disc traps that I just made?
Sure thing, boss.
Cool.
Hey, boss. Quick question. Eric says that you're making him a full-fledged Ghostbuster. Does this mean I get to be a Ghostbuster too?
One thing at a time, Federico.
Ah, got it. Mom's the word. Hey, boss. I got the thing you wanted.
Cool. Just slide it on the floor.
Okie dokie, right. Excuse me, sir. Just a moment. There we go.
Oh, just behind.
Okay, right. Perfect. All right.
Neat. All right.
Oh.
All right. Anyway, so ghosts, their animals don't. Some people say that they have a sixth sense about that. Honestly, the sixth sense thing is it's kind of hogwash. Really, it's your it's just your normal 5 senses that just happen to be dialed to 11. You're able to pick up on certain things.
Okay, there's a lot of math here. Sorry, go ahead.
Anyway, so what the okay.
Warp.
Cool. Cat. Hit a button, open the trap.
Shadow's gone.
Okay, so
What was that? Was there like? Did you hear something? I definitely hear. I feel lighter.
yeah,
Yeah.
are you really?
Yeah. You're kind of looking at him. His aura's kind of changed. It's nice. It's healthy.
Neat.
What was that thing he put behind me?
Oh, that. Oh, it's just a tiny little just kind of pick it up, little trap type thing. If I'm right, you were being tagged by some. You ever see Harry Potter?
No. Oh yeah. The troll movie.
I mean, yeah, there was.
The one where people are turning into trolls in the apartment complex.
Nope, not that. What's up?
Hey.
I'm trying.
Anyway, in certain in certain texts of lore, certain dogs have been portents of doom, as it were, seen like the grim, or like seeing like the wolfhound or something like that. Anyway, it might have actually just been you may have gotten the attention of some malignant thing that was just following you around. I think I just got rid of them actually. So you're good.
Oh, hey, great. Wow, that was fast. That was painless. You guys are awesome. Okay, what do I owe you? Okay, great. No, thanks. Hey. Yeah, time.
Okay.
And my phone decided to activate.
Go over to say bring the trap over for Dorito. Hey, would you
Yeah.
you remember how I showed you how to
Yep,
put
yes,
this in?
I got it. Cool.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so he goes over, he deposits that next one.
Next.
Next guy comes in, and he...
Are you gonna solve all these and be like, nah, don't bother?
If I can do it in the lab, it's not even a problem. They're coming to me. It's literally not costing me a damn thing.
You are a terrible business person.
So the next person comes in, and he's like, yeah, I think I'm being haunted by visions of my old mom. She's, it's weird because I'll go in, I'll make a cup of tea. It won't be where I left it. I'll be working on doing renos. The tools are never where I put them down. Like, I think she's like, trying to keep me from changing the house. I don't know what to do.
Either that or he's got ADD. I don't know, I'm just saying it sounds like me.
It's actually just thinking the same thing.
You're not getting anything on the spectrum graph on this.
Do you have any conditions regarding your attention or ADD?
No, none of that. I don't touch the drugs at all.
Okay, so this if and it's a big if this is the spirit of your mom trying to stop you from renovating the house, either your mom is the most passive aggressive ghost I have ever heard about in my entire life, and I've done a fair bit of research, or you know what? Here, write down a clinic where you can get tested. So why don't you go here? Just talk to the doctors there. You just make an appointment. They'll run some non-invasive tests,
Okay.
and then just let you know. Because there is a good fair chance that you might just put something down, and just forget where you put it.
Okay.
Or that you put it down. It's just there.
Cool. Okay. Thank you.
No problem.
You can roll for reform stuff.
Two.
Yeah, he's like, oh, you know what? Maybe it is me. Mom always said it was always me. Ah, she might be right this time. Thanks, buddy.
No worries.
Hey, can I head out? Yeah. So you've gone through about 17 of these. Roll rapport.
4.
So this is the way it's going. People leaving his office are like lighter, feeling good about themselves, bouncy. Like when they're leaving yours, they're like, it's like, and you have cancer. The end. I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do. You're gonna die. a painful death. But on the good news, it's going to be short. so you're like, as people are watching the show, doors are opening and
I
closing.
have a report on my
People are
report, and you're
coming
telling me
in.
they're upset?
Well, I'm telling them that, like, that nothing is wrong. You're telling them that the reason that they're here is because they're an idiot. So they might leave, like, feeling the same light, but at the same time they're like, oh, I drove across town because of the staircase that was just creaky and not haunted.
It's a lot like that. So, the gentleman comes in to see you.
Okay, so, okay.
Yeah, you think he's kind of rocking the androgynous look. Black suit, white shirt, very nice floral blue tie, very tasteful silk. He's got a hat and it's in his arm. He's respectful and comes in. It's like that. He's just, excuse me, I think I'm next.
Come on in.
It's a very
Sparse.
small room. It's down. I kind of like it. It's quite.
We'll call it cozy.
Yes.
So how can I help you?
This is the Ghostbusters.
Mhm.
Bit of an odd request, per se. You see, to put it mildly, I'm somebody who is welched on a bet. And, frankly, it's causing a lot of complications.
Sorry, you welched on the bed?
No, heavens, I would never. I always deal in good faith. I have contracts and everything.
Yeah,
Well,
well, I mean, it's a good. I mean, if you welched on a bed, someone died because of it. It's a good reason to be haunted, right?
Oh, is it ever? Truer words were never spoken. I'm so glad I've got someone so wise and keen intellect working here. You would not believe some of the other places and idiots I've had to deal with. Can you believe some of the people in this lineup and the stores I thought they were actually being haunted?
The haunted staircase that was squeaky.
Yes.
Anyways,
Poor souls, they're just looking for a little excitement and validation in their lives. This is what they resort to. Anyway, yes, there's a gentleman who watched on a bet, and I was wondering if you would perhaps speak to him on my behalf and just, deal with him.
so why us?
Well, you seem to be in a very unique position to get things done discreetly.
We deal with ghosts, not.
He's not a ghost.
Is there any supernatural nature to this request?
Well, there is, but it's a little embarrassing, and if I have to keep it discreet. Mom's the word.
Don't worry, I'm not gonna go shrieking about it to the rest of the closet.
Very well. His name is Tucker Cross. If you could just give him a message for me. I've heard that you're on good terms with
No,
him.
we are not.
Oh, you're not?
No.
At all?
No.
But the news and the media were quite
Well,
clear
he once he
seems
realized.
to be championing your cause frequently.
I don't believe he is anymore.
Falling out.
He hit on my partner's mothers and didn't take no well. And then he started sending people here.
Really?
Oh yeah, he was filing all sorts of false complaints.
No.
Yes.
No. Disgusting. Very well. I'm afraid I've made this trip for nothing and completely wasted your time. You have my utmost apologies.
Not a problem. It's actually if he was still, our strangely largest fan, it would have been a good bet on your part, but
He seems to be quite adamant about your services. And I was led to believe that the two of you were colleagues, or at the very least in cahoots.
no, actually we've been trying to, we have issues with some of his views.
I see. Very well. I will have to resort to other methods or other personnel. But
Good luck.
anyway, thank you so much. If you should change your mind, please, my car.
Alright, I will let you know if we think we actually can help you in any way.
Sir.
Alright, cheers.
And he heads off. Her first person you didn't make cry.
It's my,
What am I imagining? There's gonna be, instead of like there's gonna be there's gonna be two little chalkboards. The first one is gonna be the lab like number. It's like
Days without accident.
days of an incident, and it's always gonna be a low one-digit number. Or like, and the other one is gonna be like days Paz didn't make someone cry, and it's about the same ratio. I will humor them. You will not.
I have a large lineup.
It's very true.
So you guys pretty much cleared out, and cleared out most of just a couple of there's 2 or 3 people kind of.
I need to grab a coffee break before we continue,
All right.
if you don't mind.
Certainly.
I'm talking to the lineman.
And they're like, hey, yeah, sure thing.
I'm gonna go over to you. We need to start charging consulting fee.
As you were passing towards him, Paz, you look like you need a coffee. Paz, you need a coffee. Paz, where are
I
you
would
going?
love make me a dirty chai, please.
Of course. I'm a Ghostbuster, just like you. Anything
We need to start
you
charging your
make
consulting
it
fee. Half
do,
these crazy won't be here if
I
you can take
can
money.
do too.
It can be low.
He's made you your coffee.
I'll take it.
Bosses. We got a code 389.
A what?
389. $389 is that Joey, the guy who runs the food truck, the gourmet one, parked at the end of the street, has seen Tucker Carlson driving towards the Ghostbusters thing. Basically, Tucker is on his way, and
Why
he's
is
like,
Tucker coming here?
I don't know, but Joey, the guy who runs the food truck, and the schnitzel place at the end of the corner, said Tucker's coming here, so I'm engaging the emergency protocol. I'm turning off all the lights, and I'm putting the close sign up.
There's people in there.
Yeah, don't worry, I've got it covered.
How's the thing with you?
They're all crazy.
All of them.
Squeaky stairs and trains.
See, this is why I gave them to you.
Yeah. So
You've got like 20 people in a row. They're all.
no, they all want it to be something that's they can't actually do. Anyways, they don't like the real answer, so they want to pretend. Oh, there was the one who was sure his daughter was possessed. Turns out it was puberty.
To be fair,
I mean, yes, but there's
I-
nothing we can do about it.
I remember the way my mom's treated me going through puberty, and it was a ghost trap would have been more efficient.
So, what do you want me to do?
I guess we'll deal with them.
Okay. That's
If you-
Actually, hold on a second. The guy who gave me a card. Give me a phone number. Oh. Ring.
You're getting static on the other end.
Hello.
That's my static impression. That's all I got.
Your static impression is pretty sad.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, I guess it's a dead number. Did I? This is the real phone, right?
No, that's the fake one that I carry around all the time. Yes, it's my phone. Did you type it in right?
It looks the same to me. You don't usually have the wrong phone number in a business card and not figure it out. Anyways, apparently Tucker Carlson was done a deal with him or a bet or something. He thought because we were buddies that we could do something about it. And then I told him we're not buddies.
Well, did he say bet?
Yes. Why are you giving me that look? I'm starting to wonder if the guy I saw was a ghost because I didn't actually look through the.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a ghost.
No.
No.
Okay, well, something. Well, what's with the phone? It's like that's not what happens when you're not.
Look at the card, and it's like turn on the PKA thing through my contact. Look at the card.
Yeah. Okay, looking at the card, it's like PKA's like.
So I'll just show you the image on my phone of the card through my contact.
We need to get a second one of those.
Roll investigation. Both of you.
Oh shit.
What did you miss? Lineup of people all wanting their attention because apparently they are local celebrities and semi-famous.
6.
So, 2. You look at it and you swear that the business card, that the letters are actually kind of in the light. You swear that they're moving, not reflecting light, but moving, but really slowly. You want the other hand, I was like, okay, if this is haunted or possessed, I mean, like, I've seen cursed, coffee filters that have more of a PKE reading. So you hit rewind on the app, you're looking at it, you overshoot the card, and it goes back to you on the phone. And when it's going, 2 things. The PKE is just spiking. It can only get so erect. Like the fact that those, the fact that those lights are not burning off and the antenna are not like leaping off the
So my PKE meter needs to smoke.
So, and here's the other thing: when you play it back through the app, you're actually getting a voice through it. It's like, hello, is this Paz or Victor from the agency? Did you reconsider my offer? Hello, I can't hear you.
Hello?
No, this is the recording,
Oh.
and then he just kind of hung up.
This is amazing. So dial it again, but like.
Okay, so it's going, but you're watching through the app thing. It's like, just a moment. Hello.
Hi. This is Victor Humberg of the Ghostbusters.
Oh yes, I was in earlier. I spoke to you. Just actually, it just feels like moments ago.
It actually was moments ago.
Oh, was it?
Well, the only reason we're calling is this card you gave me is absolutely fascinating.
Oh, thank you. I paid $12.
It took me a little bit to actually be able to hear something outside of the static, but we managed. And I'm getting ahead of myself. B, you were interested in Tucker Carlson, who's welched on a deal or a bet or something.
Yes, we had an agreement, and he welched on it.
Aha.
And I was hoping you could deliver him a message.
Or you could come here because apparently he's going to be here in about a minute now.
Is he?
Yes.
See what I can do. I'm rather not in the middle of business right now.
I see. So I can just give him your card. Would that help?
Please, if it would tremendously.
Of course.
Okay, so he's like, and then you hear it's like, well, thank you so much for your time.
Well,
It's just, and for split second, make a notice roll, the both of you. Hello.
4.
4.
I got less than 4.
Okay, so you hear this for briefly. It's like, thank you so much. And just as he's hanging up,
I got a 1.
you swear you heard a scream in the background somewhere. Just like, it was just faint, but you barely just caught it.
Well, that tracks. So you remember, just I need you to remember this guy.
Mhm.
Never make a deal with him.
Okay.
At all. Ever. Not ever.
And
The
that
Ghostbusters.
is
We don't
when
Sorry, and we what?
Welched on a deal. I can only contact him when this is going through the PKE meter.
boss, he's here. And that's when you see the stretch limousine pull in front. It is a canary yellow stretched limousine with Tucker Carlson's face painted on the side of it. And he's kind of reaching off into the distance with his one finger lit up like he's about to ignite the universe.
Yeah, how do you think he's suddenly gaining all of this fame, fortune?
And the
well-being?
flags on the limo.
I don't know. It seems to generally gravitate towards horrible beings.
I mean, yeah, but he welched on a deal. It's gonna be so much fun watching this blow up in his face.
So the limousine pulls up front. And the door swings open. Chauffeur opens it on the other side. He steps out. He's got the white, like the bright white brother love style, like
God damn it.
jacket, pants with the red shirt, and he's got the glasses, the oversized glasses on. His hair's slicked back, and whoever did his makeup this morning, he's got a little bit of Trumpism where the skin is like that Cheeto orange coming out.
Think Donald Trump mixed with a Southern televangelist. Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he's kind of striding up, and he's like, ladies.
I'm meeting him outside because I don't want him inside.
And there's about 5 or 6 different women of different persuasions coming up and all linking arms with him. Look who it is! I remember you from that wild and crazy painting night where they showed off my goods to the world. Victor, good to see you. And he kind of goes to give you a big hug.
No.
All right. And Paz, good to see you.
What do you want?
Love him. Always down to business. What I like. This is what America needs. People who are straight shooters, willing to say what they mean and mean what they say.
Great.
It's
If you
a
don't like me,
lost
what do you
art.
want?
Oh, you're a wild card. You are. Fun. Pistol. Isn't that right, sugar? Speaking of which, I could use a double latte, extra hot. Can you just
Nope.
scamper on? Okay. Well, the old Wildcat's gotten himself into a little bit of a situation with a little bit of supernaturalitis, as I like to call it, and I figured, when in doubt, something, and I figured you're the experts and you'd be able to help out the old Wildcat. After all, I mean, I've been rooting you guys from day one. When nobody would even look at you, I was the one who put you on the map.
This wouldn't have anything to do with Mr.
It's you see like the hieroglyph for an eye beside a pentagram beside an upside down mirror, and you're pretty sure that's the alchemical symbol for tungsten.
How the fuck did I not notice that?
This gentleman.
Okay. You need to roll will.
2.
2.
One.
Okay. You're taking 1 point of mental stress. You're taking 2 points of mental stress. Before you can literally finish the sentence, he is already back in the limousine, and it is peeling out of the driveway, leaving both the chauffeur and the 6 girls standing there.
You want me to call you guys a cat taxi or anything? You guys
They're all like what the hell just happened?
Okay, we'll come in for a coffee and we'll figure out how what you want to do from here on.
There was no part of that wasn't fun. I mean, the mild
The part
headache.
listening to him wasn't.
I mean, yeah, there was the mild headache that I got from holding onto this car for too long. But, I mean, other than that,
It's kind of entertaining.
So the girls all kind of one in after another, and Federico's there, and he's just going,
what?
and Eric is there, and you can see like the little steam kind of emanating out from around the sides.
Eric, would you be able to take care of these people? Just take the.
Yes, Victor, I will make sure I do that. You see the wheels kind of squeaking directly towards it. It's like coffee, tea, or warm soy beverage, you know.
That was the thing.
Yep.
So do we have any more customers?
No, not right now. And Federico's like, guys, you still have the museum and the fruit stand?
Yep.
Really? None of the ones who saw you are legit?
There, with the first guy actually, I dealt with that kind of problem. I'm not gonna lie, because he brought the problem to us. Some malignant spirit had actually just tagged along, not really possessing him, but literally attached to him, so it was just kind of behind him. So I just had Federico kind of put a trap behind him, and I activated it and sucked the guy right in.
You are a terrible business person.
We're in the business of helping people. I helped. Technically, I am amazing.
That would be a charity.
You can have a fate point for that.
Yay!
So the girls are like, I can't believe Big Daddy would do it. I know. He said I was going to star in this movie. No, he said I was going to star in this movie. no, he said not you two bitches. He said I was gonna start, and then things are getting started heated up. And the chauffeur is just kind of like nursing one of those preemptive migraines.
Do you like cats?
And they're like, oh my god, I love kids. It's like, she swears she really is into pussy. Oh, yeah.
Mr. Pickles?
And that's when you hear like, and like a drop of goo kind of lands on your shoulder.
I don't think the cat likes them either.
How many times have I told you not to literally drop in on people from the ceiling?
So, will checks across the board. Two of them scream and bolt out the doors in stilettos. One of them passes out. The other one is on her cell phone and does not notice. And the other one is, oh God, it's such a nice kitty. He's so green. That's my favorite color.
Neat.
It's like petting him. Did you just have a bath? And he's kind of like, the head is like going in, kind of like massaging where his brain would be.
Like, I'll just kind of like kneel beside the cat, kneel beside her. It's like, yeah, see, you like her, yeah. Color.
I'm gonna give it to you.
Yeah.
It sparks ionizes, and the cat's still gloopy, but it's just it runs through a wall and it kind of headbutts the wall.
Well, no. If effectively the point of it was to kind of coalesce, so it isn't this ball of goop. It's actually just kind of looks like a spectral cat.
It now looks more like a ethereal tabby.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually supposed to be the exact opposite of what you wanted it to do.
It's just not gonna
Make a giant mess all the time.
Yeah. When it wanders, if it goes through a wall, yeah, it's gonna leave the goop. Walking, not so much.
Boss, you got your 11 o'clock coming up.
11 o'clock.
Mm-hmm. The museum. You booked them for 11, and you've got the fruit market booked at 3.
Okay.
And you've got the theater at 7 tonight.
Okay, just call the remaining girls an Uber and get
Who are you talking
the chauffeur.
to? Jeeves. I know, it's terribly unoriginal, but it's what my parents say.
Professional driver, Jeeves.
From a long family of professional drivers.
Oh yeah.
Jeeves Jr. My father was Jeeves Sr. His father was also Jeeves.
What kind of cars do you drive?
Cadillacs.
I'm gonna go
Kids.
research shit for the museum job.
Limousines. Originally, my great grandfather, bless him, started off as a humble Western carriage, but he was
You ever driven an SUV?
Oh, yeah.
How much do you charge?
I do make a yearly salary of $75,000.
You're serious? That's it.
Mm.
You literally. Here. Do you want to do a ride along, Jeeves?
Certainly.
See, 'cause I'm not the greatest driver, and Paz is a advocate for public transit, so neither one of us. I mean, we both can.
Very well.
It's just a thing.
Keith, sir. I take it that is your stallion
Yes.
in the garage.
Yes,
Very
yes.
well.
If you make yourself acquainted, we will drop the proper paperwork.
Certainly. He goes in, settles in, you're rubbing it up, flaring the lights, getting a feel for it.
Flaring the lights.
Because you guys have got, like,
Yeah.
the system. But here's something, as he's doing this, you notice he's pulled out a pair of leather racing gloves, and he's, like, looping them, the ones with the holes on the transporter wires. And
I have a feeling we're gonna get there in record time. It's gonna be amazing.
Considering we usually start, stop.
yeah, the GM knows. The GM really knows. There's a reason Chief is in the game right now.
So, yeah. So just go and get the new gear on.
Okay, so we do that montage of you guys like sliding into sleek black streamlined paths, helmets, goggles.
Did I get to do the research when I announced I was going off to do research?
For which
The
part?
museum.
Museum.
Yeah, you did.
Great. Investigate.
Investigate. So this is what you found out. Sorry.
So 4.
So 4. Didn't have time to write it all out. My bad. But what you find out for this is that the Museum of Natural Art was recently purchased and is in the process of being transformed into a museum of modern interpretive art.
Okay.
Um,
Of course.
they received a grant from the Philistine Corporation.
Hold on a second. Repurposed to modern art.
Received a grant from the Philistine Corporation. And they
Hold. I can only write so fast. Grant from Philistine.
on top of that, they were releasing a major exhibit slated for tomorrow night.
Okay, so they were or they are?
They are. They're slated for a major exhibit where celebrities from across the country are expected. If they're showcasing the work of Agnes, along with several other former pop culture icons. It's like a big deal. It's A-list. It's
Andy Warhol. That sort of
yeah, that kind of thing.
Others. Okay. But they already know that the paintings have opinions on people, so presumably
Political opinions, yes.
political opinions.
Yes, and
Do we know which political leaning? Just out of curiosity.
weird. If weird was a political leaning, it would be weird.
Okay, so we're not. So okay, sure, why not?
Yeah, and the other thing is that rumor has it they are unveiling first. There is an Egyptian mummy that is the centerpiece that they will be unveiling. It's actually
In a modern art exhibit.
yes, it's part of an installation piece. They were able to get this sarcophagus on loan from a university. It's like this black volcanic obsidian on the outside. And on top of it too, it apparently has different writing from different cultures from scattered across the globe, and it's a complete paradox in terms of how it could be. So the theme is, if not a paradox, try a quadradox. And apparently, people are eating this all up.
I
But
feel like you should be getting royalties. For
but yeah, but apparently
We're going during the day. During the day. I don't want to read the curator.
but apparently
We're not equipped for that.
apparently the professor who was directing the search on it mysteriously went missing, so they've been dealing with the intern on a frequent basis to have this delivered.
I mean,
I
on the
never
other hand,
find out the
blast of proton energy might be able to deal with vampires. I'm just saying.
I have no idea. I didn't say anything about vampires.
That's fine.
No. There's an intern. What was her name again?
Chloe.
Yeah,
Chloe.
does that happen to be the intern's name?
Cleo. It says Cleo here. Yeah.
Huh.
Anyway, that's the information you got. You got a picture of the intern who's been doing like this major project as part of her thesis, and she's standing there between her two parents, looking really awkward, and for some reason the dog's in the picture. That's what you got.
Great. Did I find out about anyone dying there?
No.
No. Okay, so it's probably the mummy. Got it. Okay.
Okay. So Jesus driving.
The mummy vampire.
All right. He's like, oh, you strapped in, sir.
We are indeed.
Mom,
Sorry, what?
are you strapped in, Mom?
Please don't call me mom.
It's a British thing. It's not. It doesn't actually mean like mother. It's more of a female authority.
As you would guess. And he
Thank you.
and he kind of there's a segue shot, the shot of the wheels. They're spinning around, smoke's coming out. He kind of thrusts it into gear. It spins out. He does a 360 spin in the parking lot, jets out the avenue. He's doing perfect right turns. He's treating this like it's his own private Indianapolis. The cops are like, you see the cop there, just chewing on his donut. He's got his gun, and it's just like long, you know, he's going, the sirens turn on, he's like, ah, hell no. Makes a few
Oh,
right
no.
turns. There's one place that's boarded off with construction. He does a hairpin turn around the construction stuff, goes through it, bypasses people in the oncoming lane. Next thing you know, you're on the major highway. Traffic is blocked up. And you see cars kind of skirting back and forth, not because traffic, but everybody, there's about 5 or 6 people, and they're all driving erratically up front, and he's just kind of weaving back and forth, dodging them as cars are careening left and right around him. You know, he's like, reminds me of the tour in Dieppe. I remember it like it was yesterday.
Meanwhile, passenger side.
And that's when he slams on the brake, and
Fun.
the last 2 wheels kind of come off the ground, and like all the cars are just kind of stopped. I apologize for the abrupt ending, sir, but I am aware that you were not at the destination.
Just give me a minute. I have to wait for my soul to get back to my body.
Yes, about that. Seems like something in your department. He points forward, and there's like there's this ghost, and he's definitely spectral. It's like a skeleton in like an old style top hat, and he's just kind of going through traffic, and he's got this sack of money, and he's just flinging out these ectoplasmic dollar bills. And the thing is, it's not like they're floating, it's like they're splattering against windshields and people are losing visibility.
Oh yeah, we're up.
You've got other people who are driving, they're hitting these bills, the ectoplasm is causing cars to spin. There's a couple cars you've seen that have hit the barriers and the meridian, but he's like, doesn't seem safe to proceed, but I can if you wish.
No,
Wait a second.
we gotta deal with this.
And you see this ghost going, yeah! Proletariat, free yourself! You indulge in money! You know, down with the patriarchy! Woe to capitalism! You know, and he's kind of flinging through these.
I agree with it, but he's causing problems.
Hey, buddy!
Oh! A member of the weaker sex suppressed by the chains of the patriarchy
Yeah,
and the
he's going down.
male ego!
Oh, very patriarchal attitude for.
And he's like, I understand your struggles, and he throws out like a
A goo coin.
no, he throws out like just a bunch of money, and you get splort, splop, splorsh. Like it's the bills are just hitting you. It's like, take the money, free yourself, and you're like, fuck up, splot. Yeah. It's dripping off. It's dripping off. It's dripping
No,
off.
no. Remember, you updated the coveralls.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. It's dripping
It's
off.
not like, it does nothing for your hair, unfortunately. But it's got.
And
It's not going to soak through. Which
And
is
a moment later, you don't have a minor hindrance sticking in encumbered.
All right. Well,
Okay, you power up. What are you guys doing?
I am gonna hit the cars.
we're aiming up.
How high up is he?
20 feet.
No, okay, yeah, that's high enough.
I'm imagining like one of those. It's just like an obviously like an enlarged version of like the Mardi Gras guy stuff.
Yeah,
that walk
no,
on like
that-
stilts and stuff like
that's
that, but
exactly-
just like
Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly
much grandiose. So like,
And
if you hit a car aiming up, you're fired. I'm sorry. Like either that, or we're gonna have a conversation with physics because I don't know how that works.
Also, your proton packs have enhanced shooting now. They've got
Yeah.
the scopes because you spent that on the upgrades. So you've got a +2.
So this should be good.
You've got auto fire on your gun.
Okay, well, I
know
guess
you
we
don't-
should get. I guess we should get a trap out for him.
Poor people, I see you! I validate you! Dollars splort. Car skidding. Take the money, free yourself! Splort. Car spins out, people are screaming.
I got a question.
Hmm?
Did you go to Olympic? Did you go to like an Olympic camp too? I'm
That
only
was like the first one.
okay, because the traps are a little the size of, well, a little bit smaller than a discus. But...
Funny enough, one time at sports camp, you did go
There
to
you go.
skeet shooting camp.
Alright. All right, so
It's just chaos.
I throw it under the ghost.
Okay.
2.
Okay, and what do you roll for the throw?
2 plus 4. Do I want sports camp that one? I mean, I do have 4 fate point.
Sports.
Brian is using the aspect one time at sports camp.
Yeah, the ongoing joke is that her dad was desperately trying to connect with her and trying to get her to like sports and stuff, so he could identify and like have something.
Some sort of
common.
something to talk about.
But he was kind of super cool if she didn't. But every summer was like, "Do you like baseball?
Let's try baseball
Let's try
camp.
a baseball camp." No? Okay. How about Olympic sports? Do you like any of these? No? Okay. How about this? And it just goes on for her entire childhood. So literally any sports-related role can be tied back to this aspect.
So the thing is, well, you got a what?
I got a 6 after my fate point.
So you got the thing. You do the discus spin and release it. It starts off. It arcs off. It makes this perfect curve. It goes through one roll down window of a semi truck and through the other one without hitting the guy. It kind of arcs around the one side of the building, comes up around the ghost. You've got G's with a pair of binoculars for some reason. It's like, well done, Mom. Yeah. And the thing is, the ghost is kind of floating up there, but you're actually able to bank it off, and it just hits the ledge of an apartment complex, so it's actually directly, the ghost is right here. You got it as close as physically possible, and it's just resting there, like just, the ghost is just directly above it. And that's when Charlie releases the proton beam, and which would have totally, absolutely, completely hit the ghost, but it tagged his bag instead. So he's like doing this and throwing out.
I got 2.
And you were tracking, and he
After
lifted
the
up.
+2?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
He lifted up the bag. You hit the bag split, and all the ectoplasm bills came out. So it was just like a rain of ectoplasm down on the cars below.
In this heat, it won't last long.
It's just like, but the thing is, you came up perfect. Like you beat the ghost, so you guys are 1 for 3 right now.
Sweet.
So the ghost is like there. He's like fixating. It's like, you are representative of the Z.
Spell it.
Z.
Hit one of those. Beth, he was a hipster before there were hipsters.
All right.
I'm gonna shoot you.
So what are you guys doing?
I'm gonna continue shooting.
All right.
Proton shooting.
All right.
See, that's better. 3.
Nice.
Oh hey, I rolled a positive number for the shoot. That's new.
You've been rolling good.
Today, yeah.
Yeah.
See, I told you the digital one.
Happy with that.
Sorry, what did you get, Sean?
I got 3.
Okay. Ryan?
I got a 4 after the +2.
Jesus Christ. Okay. So you guys are like, he's enraged. You see the skull appearing, the arms flare out. He's about to descend on you, and you're like, oh. Pull it up. You know, target guidance system initiated. Thank you. Target selected. Target zooming in. Target acquired. Full proton upstream shoes. Yes or no?
Yep.
And instead of doing the wave, it's this tight, beautiful line that's just arcing like this ballet across the skies. It kind of intersects with them on the other side. You, on the other hand, are like, pull back on it, and it flares out. He comes in and just follows perfectly his beam. So you're just actually just guiding it like you would a beautiful, beautiful painting. It's just like the brush is just flowing in your arms, and you're just like arcing it, and the beam is tighter, it's less unwieldy.
I'm trying to figure out what it would look like to have a brush flowing in your arms, and it is not a pretty picture.
No, it's not. And anyway, the line eventually connects with the other one, and the two of them, like when I say connect, not cross, but and wrap the thing, and the ghost releases this freaking hiss, and it is pulling back and forth against the proton. And surprisingly, you guys aren't budging. You're holding it firm, and the trap is positioned as perfect as it can be. It's flailing, snarling. It's getting ready to do something. Can I get both of you to make will rolls, please?
2.
Also 2.
You're fine.
Oh, and the old will, I guess, is cleared now because
you guys. It kind of screams this howling scream, which actually would have been frightening had this been last month. But at this point, you're like, it's Thursday. Meanwhile, Jeeves is like,
I spoke to Tucker Carlson in person. Your screams of terror mean nothing.
and after that, trap just activates, and just you guys pull him in perfect. So, question for you:
So who do we invoice?
how do you get the trap down?
So where did I throw it?
It's on the ledge of an apartment building that is aimed directly underneath the ghost.
Are there any spectators
Yes. Everyone.
in the apartment building?
There's a bunch of them.
Is there someone within reach of the trap?
Let me take a look at that. Yeah, there is.
Who?
There's a girl. She's probably about 13.
Ugh.
She's kind of poking at it.
Hey,
Hi.
have you ever thrown a frisbee?
Yeah. Is it radioactive?
No.
What's in it for me?
You want to be an honorary Ghostbuster?
What's that?
Well, we just got rid of a ghost.
Cool. Can I keep it?
No.
Oh.
Can you toss that down?
If you toss it down, it's not going to sit there and possibly start haunting your apartment.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Make an athletics roll.
Zero.
So she throws you the trap, but it just goes wide. It's sort of like playing softball. It's like playing softball with a 6-year-old.
Thank
They
you.
throw it and it just so you're running to catch it. It goes through your arms underneath the underpass.
Okay, that's pretty close for.
Yeah, underneath the underpass and kind of starts heading down towards the I-98. You hear a resounding clink. Look down there, and it's not open, but it's down there.
Okay, it's down there. What does that mean?
It's on an underpass beneath.
Can we use a proton thing to bring it to us?
I mean, in theory.
You're a better shot than I am.
In theory.
You don't want to test that theory? Who are you? What have you done with my boss?
Well, one, we have a meeting. We have another job to do in about 20 minutes. Two, we are in the middle of a very packed highway. Three, I have no idea. I have no idea what's going to happen if it goes bad. If it goes bad, worst case scenario, small rift to an extra dimensional space opens up.
Hey, pull over! I gotta get up work! Get off the
You
road!
want to just leave it there?
No. No. Is it like in the middle of the highway?
It's off on the meridian on the side.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay, well then why don't we just, if it's on the meridian on the side.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys go out. You hop in the car. Jeeves is like, that was exciting. So he starts driving again.
So I guess, do we want to try invoicing the city, see if they...
And you guys pull up in front of the museum.
We
at
dealt with
Crackers
a traffic
High.
hazard.
Yeah. Oh,
If you don't bill people for getting rid of the ghosts, you are going to go out of business. Because you have to pay me, and now you have to pay Jeeves, and you have to pay Federico, and you have to pay yourself. I assume you're paying yourself.
how would I do that?
So you have a source of income. So it's important.
I'm independently wealthy. I own several patents, actually,
Oh.
which keep me going.
I know. still, this is good practice. And that's when the car pulls up in front of the museum. And there is the museum curator waiting for you guys to get in their gallery.
Okay. Quick. Now, when we get out of the train, when we get out of the car, okay. I'll have the train. All right.
Do we have any other traps?
I'm getting to that. Okay. So you see the round part
Yeah.
that's roughly this size.
Mhm.
Okay. Click that into place, and then twist it to the left.
Click, click.
Okay. Bring up the bring. There is a smaller containment system in the back, in effectively the bottom of the proton pack. This will empty this pack, so it pretty much gives. This is not. Think of it like an external hard drive. It only has a set amount of space.
Okay.
You can't do this very often, but in a fairly large case, if we encounter multiple hostiles, it's kind of handy. So effectively, this same. I made it the same setup as the containment field. The things. Set the settings, neutralize the field. Alright, we're good to go.
So I believe the gentleman at the window wants your attention. And
Do we know the curator's name?
Jan.
Hi, Jan.
Oh, good. You showed up. So good for you to show up at exactly the time you were supposed to be here. Yes. So good. Welcome to Busters of Many Ghosts.
Mr. Kopa, right?
Yes. Please come in. It's yeah, good to see you. We have a little bit of a situation here. You know, it's a bit of a fright, a spooky spook, as you would say.
Huh?
Yes. But we have a big evening tomorrow, and
Yeah,
oh,
I've heard
I know.
it's got an entire gala.
Yes.
So,
No, it is disaster. We need.
We'll get you sorted. We'll figure it out.
So, did you move the valuable stuff away from the problem area, like we asked?
Yes.
Okay, good.
We did not allow anybody to go in there.
Also good.
Yes. Nobody at all. Quiet as a mouse.
So how'd you move the stuff?
It's very cute for you to ask such complicated questions, but it's very. I got the
Okay, so we are speaking to Dr. Janos Kopa from the Ghostbusters 2, and he's actually from the Upper West Side.
Yeah.
Joking.
Yeah.
Amazing. Anyway.
So yes.
But yes.
Yes.
Exactly. Yes.
So I need you to ask a good question. I got Fitz to move the things. Fitz is the drone.
Ah, smart.
And we call him the drone because he is the drone. It's very good. Come along, Fitz. And out comes this big drone with a forklift type thing, and the little lights kind of that is good boy. It's very,
Contact.
very
Sorry?
interesting.
Contacts.
What contacts?
Meanwhile, camera shot, contacts are, on an open container on your desk, and the cat's like, meow, poke, meow, poke, paw, meow, poke.
Okay, so the goggles, the PK meter, I managed to put them all in.
Wait, so you have more than one set of those? So when I said we should get more than one set of those,
Yeah, it was by your gear.
Cat, did you eat those?
I put
What are you doing by the dish?
I put everything by your gear.
I didn't
You
see
had
any
your full
contacts.
They were okay, but they were in like a little case, like those small cases, like those wireless headsets, the little earbuds. It's in like a little case like that.
We flash
Because
back
you
to
actually
the
have to-
Ghostbusters headquarters where Federico is trying to wrestle the contacts out of a ghost cat.
I'll just use field goggles.
But this is it. He knows the things he does. He's good.
Speaking of drones, that's actually a good idea. We should maybe do our scan ahead of time with, no boots.
All right.
All right. Well, if you could kindly show us where the problem is centered.
Ah, everywhere.
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 Okay.
Well, Mr. Koba,
Yes.
we'll take it from
Ah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So good. Busters of course.
You might want to head to your car just in case.
No car for me. Cars are pedestrian. It is carbon footprint, a very bad
All
karma.
right. Then bus stop.
No bus stop. Public transit. Enslaving people. Very strange people. I
I mean,
prefer
technically, charging people for public transit.
I
is
prefer
tax.
traditional performative vehicular transportation. As my forefathers before me.
You walk.
Now, unicycle.
Okay. Take care.
Thank you. Thank you. We will be in contact.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank
Okay.
you.
No
Thank
problem.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Goodbye. So you're.
Is he gone yet?
You know that man actually has ties to my family? In a really weird roundabout way, he does.
So you
I'm so
guys
sorry.
are in a
Oh, it's not like a
80
relation.
foot by 80 foot room. You
We were
are.
trying to avoid going in before sending the drone in.
You're in an 80 foot by 80 foot the atrium lobby. That's where you guys are situated right
Okay.
now. All the art stuff has been moved to the back, away from the one problem.
So there is a problem room.
As
It's
we're,
not
as,
everywhere.
as we're walking towards it, I was like, yeah, my, apparently I had an ancestor who bound his spirit to a portrait of himself and then kind of, sort of, took over. He enslaved him, briefly. I'm really glad he doesn't know who I am. Well, at least he doesn't know that.
That part. Yeah, okay. And I know you're really excited to see the ghost. Drone.
Yeah, I already agreed to that.
Okay, but you were walking towards it anyways.
Yeah. That's where the seating is.
Alright, I'm
operate
gonna
a
stand-
drone while I'm standing when there's a perfectly good bench.
You know what? I'll just go with it. Sure.
Sure. Sit down on the bench. Get the drone.
The wings pop out, propeller rotates, laser scans optimal. You see the little flares at the engines, and it starts kind of soaring through the empty meat
Why
area.
are you giving me this look?
Hand you the controls.
So it comes to two rooms eventually at the end of the corridor. One is obviously a large display room intended for big pieces of art.
Yeah.
This is the problem room, and adjacent to it is the room where all the art was moved to keep it safe and away from things. So what are
Which room has the ghost goo aura?
yes.
Shit.
Alright, and turn on the spectra. Oh, fuck.
It's like ghost goo, like the one room. There's a single painting hanging on the wall. You assume that's where the big lore is coming from, but the one where all the bits and pieces and odds and ends from different exhibits across, like there's different aura trails and colors kind of flaring out. It's like a whole bunch of tiny little bushfires. Where this one was kind of like an inferno.
Yeah.
So
Why do they mix things? It's like they're asking for trouble.
So where's the sarcophagus? Oh, you didn't read what the exhibit was? Okay, so this is the Museum of, what is it, Natural History? But it's being converted into a Museum of Modern Art.
Well, no wonder they're pissed off.
Yeah, now it gets better. What the centerpiece of the new exhibit, along with, all the other modern artists, but there's an installation piece that includes a very strange sarcophagus that no one quite figure out or place it because it's, atypical.
Have they not seen that movie?
Apparently not.
Okay.
So I'm guessing the sarcophagus is at least a problem.
Well, I mean, okay. So the problem is any item with a significant history is going to have residual PK energy. It's just going to be something that it picked up along the way.
So,
Which basically means everything here.
Pretty much.
so where are you sending the drone?
Inferno room?
Do a sweep of the small bushfire room. Just to,
Sure, do a
just,
sweep first.
just to be
So,
safe.
so you do a sweep. Roll for notice on this one. Actually, you both can.
Yeah, she's controlling it. I'll just be watching the lead. And where do you get a +2?
Sorry? What was that?
You get a +2.
Oh, sweet.
Just the bonus for stuff.
Mhm.
Okay, so 2 plus 2, 4.
Back.
Okay.
I rolled a 5
Shit.
plus 2 is 7.
How did you roll a 5?
Well, my notice is 2. I rolled a 3,
Ah,
and I got a +2.
So you guys notice there's a lot of art in this room. It's like they took everything in the entire gallery and forced it into this giant room. You've seen a sex metal bondage Barbie like display piece, and it's got this kind of red kind of flaming aura around it, and you swear that looking at it through the app that the eyes kind of twitched to follow you where you were going, but that was like through the app. When you look at it in real time, the eyes are not doing anything. There is a what appears to be a harpsichord made out of bone and ivory. But it's actually kind of got a kind of mellow gold, very gentle aura surrounding it, so it doesn't seem to be too malevolent. Once in a while, you see a key go down by itself. You see a couple of Salvador Dali paintings, and like it's so low energy, it's almost non-existent. You see the sarcophagus, it's there. It's got this thick, hazy red aura just surrounding it and wisping back and forth. And then you see other things. You see mannequins that have different teeth attached to them, no aura whatsoever. You see a mobile made out of like bird bones that have been dipped in pure milk chocolate and then blazoned with gold filigree. No auras coming off of that. And,
So the modern stuff.
yeah. And then you see
Modern stuff has no soul.
and then you
That's what
see
we're saying.
and then you see a taxidermy piece of what appears to be the body of a llama with the feet of a penguin attached to it, with the tail of a giraffe, and it has the neck of a marmot, and at the other head is a stuffed replica of Tucker Wildcat Carlson.
That's my new favorite piece.
And it's got like ram's horns that are curling back like this, and somebody like did a pink snout on the front of it.
nice. No aura?
No aura.
It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. Taking a picture.
So you're doing a scan, and that's kind of the big room. You're getting different level fluctuations.
Okay, so Barbie's kind of creeping me out here, but other than that, everything looks pretty chill.
The things that are kind of active are ranging from 1 and at most to 3 on the PKE.
It's. I don't think she's gonna like spank anyone.
And no, she's looking pretty angry. But like I said, I don't think she's much of an issue.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe a future job.
I mean, we just get her a Ken doll. She'll be alright.
What was the other one? Tiffany?
Yeah, something like that. I
Yeah,
mean, the original,
I remember that.
I mean, the original Barbie was this German sex doll. So I mean,
Sorry, what? Really?
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's where I got, and then just kind of when it came to America, it needed to be
Friendly?
purified.
Yeah.
They wanted it.
Yeah.
Alright, so as this is going on, you do the scan. It gives you all the data, all the feedback. What are you doing now?
I'm surprised the sarcophagus is
Again,
gel.
well, I mean, again, the sarcophagus has got significant energy signature, but it's not actively doing something.
Yeah.
I'm afraid what's going to happen if it gets put in that room.
Well, let's deal with the room.
Another thing.
Another thing?
These tubes here on the side
Mm-hmm.
that look like they have ectoplasm in them, they have ectoplasm in them.
Why?
Slime thrower. Supplies will be charged. Now, the cool thing is, when you store a ghost in a trap and then you put it in the containment field, it actually draws energy from the stored spirit and effectively takes their ectoplasm and adds it to the tank.
Wouldn't that make it negative?
No. Hence the ionization properties of the proton pack, giving it a positive charge. Science. All right.
Sure.
Hey, you know what? Do I comment on your artwork? No, I don't. Why? Because I don't
You
know
haven't
anything about
seen
art. That too. Why do you not invite me over?
Okay, so you guys
Did you want to meet my roommate?
Move in upstairs. Is this where
I said I was gonna. It was gonna be like more than a day.
Hey, have you two seen Jakob? He was here a few minutes ago. You look up the staircase and standing on the balcony is the Scoff girl, probably about 18, 19. Hair is kind of pulled up and she's got like this black outfit in with a silver like necklace kind of.
Hi. No one was supposed to be here. Who are you?
I'm Cleo. I was here to make sure the sarcophagus was okay. Jakob said he was moving it into the other room overnight.
If you mean Janosch, then yeah, it got moved into the other room. 4.
She's got, there's something, she's got like kind of red wisps coming off, but it's like it's not coming from her, it's more like she was near something.
So it's residual stuff.
It's residual stuff, kind of.
Residual. She's playing.
Yeah, wait, I'm not supposed to be here?
No one is supposed to be here.
Yeah, but they said I had to be here for insurance purposes when they moved the sarcophagus. And he moved it, and then I showed up. Okay, fine, whatever. Who are you guys?
Ghostbusters.
Oh, I thought you were the maintenance staff with the vacuum cleaner. Okay.
It's a ghost vacuum.
Huh.
Just with fire. Technically, it's proton. It's not important.
Plasma.
Yeah. If you wanted to skedaddle, also stay out of that room.
Okay. That one?
Yeah, that's
The one that's got the drones. Yeah.
There's cool. Can I see your drones?
No.
Okay.
Sorry. We're kind of... This can go sideways without people around?
Oh,
What do you know about the sarcophagus?
Sarcophagus and she starts like spouting things like, well, don't want to brag, but I was working with the doctor, I was working with Professor Reinhold on this, and he's like different. Comes from this area, but it doesn't make sense because it has writing from this Nordic area and this Egyptian area, and there's a riddle here on the side, and if you check out the molding, it says this, but this part of the inscription is incomplete. We're still working out it, but Professor went on sabbatical quite unexpectedly to work on it. Kind of left me with this work and a few notes, so that's fine. And, my mom and dad just want me to finish off my 3rd year, and they're just writing my case. It's only that piece of fun. So yeah, that's the damnedest thing, But anyway, well, if Janosch has fucked off and the insurance doesn't need me because it's already been moved, then I can just piss off because apparently nobody tells me anything ever.
Sorry about that, but
Sorry about
yeah.
that. But yeah, if you just want to go up front.
Yeah, alright. Just don't use the flamethrowers around the sarcophagus. I know it's obsidian, but weirder shit has happened.
We're gonna try and avoid destroying stuff, but no promises are made.
Yeah, that particular room where it's at doesn't seem to be the problem.
Yeah. That promise, that sarcophagus, is my thesis. I need that to graduate. Don't destroy it. I will find you.
I'm just saying, if it breaks open, you'll be able to see what's on the inside of it.
True. Man, that would make my life so much easier. Come on, Robert, let's go. Roll. Ah, stupid dog. Kind of head to door jingles. They lock up behind them. You're getting a really strange reading off of the dog. You're not sure about that.
Yeah, who brings their dog to museums?
It was a well-trained dog, though.
Mm.
Alright.
Okay, so the drone goes into the big room.
You can
the aura is so thick it's almost like pea
Oh,
soup.
crap.
And like this room was designed to house like 40-50 different paintings and a couple statue pieces. It's empty.
Okay, so this is...
Except for one piece.
What piece?
There's a painting on the wall.
On the wall.
On the wall.
Which wall?
North wall.
Okay, so is it anywhere near the door?
It's the door is probably about 20 feet to the right of that.
Is it where the concentration of the energy is?
Yeah, it is like smack dab in the center of it.
It wouldn't happen to share a wall with the next room that had all the stuff in it, would it?
No.
I mean, like, they put the stuff in the next room, but
Yeah.
that's kind of...
Well, I have a theory just to clear up the reading. So I'm going to open the door. And click on the slime thrower and just spray a patch in the floor.
Okay.
Just to see if it kind of dampens the aura of the overarching room so we can get a better look at everything.
It's weird because it doesn't so much dampen as it's sort of like the floor is completely made of ice and you've just thrown a gigantic layer of salt on that area. So it's kind of forcing it away. It's like the aura is like reacting. It's kind of withdrawing away from that.
Check that out. Okay, is it coming from the painting or is it just the room?
Focusing on the painting. Actually, you know what? Before we get too far into this, I want to do what I wanted to do before we actually got here and get myself coffee / tea. Because I don't actually drink coffee.
Yeah. Okay, we will take a 2-minute break for peas and coffee.
That is not a great way of saying that.
Is it?
No.
Is it not?
No. Just no.
Sounded like it.
It sounded terrible.
It sounded pretty good, actually.
No. Anyways, we're going on break.
Okay.
You can all figure out how to tell Vex
2
right to
seconds.
them that was terrible. So we're back.
We're back.
Crinkle, crinkle, crinkle.
You were eating chips during game. You don't get to crinkle, crinkle, crinkle.
But I was eating chips quietly.
No, you weren't.
There's
No way to eat chips
There's
quietly.
no such thing.
It's
I
like-
know, but I mean, I had to
Especially,
try.
like, the slower you try, the worse it is. It's just like, everything's fine.
I had a roommate, and when he and his girlfriend were doing it, he was really loud, and he tried to balance it out by being really quiet, thinking that somehow that they would meet in the middle. And I was like,
Are we talking about eating chips or having sex?
yes, second one. But to be fair, his name was Boykin. I'm calling him Gherkin for 7 months until he snapped. I am not a pickle. I still didn't know what he did wrong. I had to Google it. I felt like an idiot. Nobody did. All right.
I'm surprised he just didn't correct you at like 7 months. I mean, like, if you came up to me and was like, "Hey, Michael," like the first time, it'd be like, "Nah, it's Charlie."
I mean, it was close to his name, so I guess it'd be more like someone calling you Charles.
Actually, the most common, the most common, I'll sit there like, "Hey, what's your name?" "My name is Charlie." "Trevor?" "Charlie." "Said Trevor?" "No." Mm. See, that's not how you spell Trevor. I will throttle you with a cat.
Alright, so Jerome goes into the room, does the spam, and you guys do the experiment. Wherever the slime goes, it kind of pushes the aura away. It doesn't destroy it,
doesn't-
just pushes
It's
it
just
away.
moving it. That's weird.
Okay, so
I think.
well, this is technically, and this is good, but that means the room in and of itself isn't the problem. There's something in the room that's just emanating a vast ton of aura that is bothering me, though.
Try shooting the painting. You say it's temporary, right?
But yeah, it is, and it shouldn't do any damage to the painting, unless there's a significant spiritual force in the painting, in which case the deionization process could do something to the paint.
Shoot around the painting? See if it cuts it off or something? Or if it changes the behavior? Because if it's coming from the painting and you isolate the painting, wouldn't that therefore... I mean, Ted makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I can see that as being a mishearing it, but the rest of them just...
Like, hello, my name is William. Okay, I'm gonna call you Chester. Why? Which,
Surprisingly, Mariah and Ryan are completely surprisingly similar sounding.
I think pop culture wise, it's in the movie The Bucket List. Guy kept going by with Jack Nicholson's character had his assistant. His name was he kept calling him Thomas. And Morgan Freeman's character is like, "Hey, Tommy, do you prefer Tommy or Thomas?" And he's like, "Actually, it's Matthew. He just doesn't like it because it's too biblical."
It's not wrong.
So,
Yeah, but renaming someone because of that's just
Okay,
kind of rude.
painting. What are you doing? Got a painting of 6 dogs playing poker in front of you. It's on velvet.
suddenly not so concerned.
This is the painting that has opinions?
It has a price tag of $1 million attached to it.
For what? I'm literally looking at the painting. The only thing that I am accepting you being worth $1 million for is that one of you needs to pay out of the game. And that is the only thing I'm accepting.
So how are you doing this? Notice rolls, lore rolls, investigate rolls. What are you doing?
I am going to... Son of a
Um,
bitch.
I would like to have no ideas and be absolutely no help to top my trouble
Okay.
if I just work here.
So you're like, it's a dog. It's a painting of a dog. I can shoot it, or like, do I spray the floor with goo? Do I spray the?
I'm imagining I could be looking at it like, okay, maybe if I put the ionization, I mean, maybe just frame it and see if it looks something like
That's what I was suggesting, but yeah.
I just kind of look over at Pat, like, hey, Pat, like that. You just like buy the puddle of goo. Earning that paycheck, Bess.
Oh, God.
I'll do an
Paz
investigation.
is every 90s blockbuster employee ever. I'm giving myself a fake point for that. Actually, fuck it. The two of you can have one.
Thank you so much. It's giving me a flashback.
Thomas isn't looking. Do nothing.
That's my favorite Christian T-shirt. Jesus is coming. Look busy. Anyway, so I'm gonna use an investigation roll
Alright.
through my new fancy schmancy. Ooh, nice. +2, +4. That'll be a 6.
Alright, so what were you looking for specifically? Spectrometer or like energies, auras?
I'm gonna go through the different spectrum. Like you remember when in Ghostbusters 2 when they had the different, like when Ray had taken the pictures of the portrait and they'd had multiple, like, this is what it looks like through this spectrum.
Yeah.
Effectively, I'm just gonna be like cycling through those because
Okay.
it's emanating an aura.
Heads up. Apparently, according to our audience, there is a dog missing from the painting.
And what are you doing?
Apparently, I'm poking the goo.
Looking for the dog.
Right. So
Does this mean we're getting another ghost pet?
you're playing with goo. You're looking at through the aura. The first two auras, typical ectoplasmic. Okay, this would pick up level 1s, level 2s, nothing. And then when you start hitting the higher levels, you're noticing. Well, wait a minute. The dogs are actually moving very, very slowly, but they are moving. Head's cocked off to the side. Card is being played down. The opening hand had a jack, a pair of hearts. No, a jack, a pair of aces, the king. And now also it's a jack, a pair of aces, the king, and a queen have been played. But that part that really concerns you is at the back of the room in that painting is a red door with a gold kind of doorknob. It might be brass, you're not sure. And that's bothering you because on the last spectrum, it's kind of like those dogs are emitting a very slow, very soft, aura. But that door is emanating a very strong aura. And then you do a double check, you kind of flip through, and you're like, wait a minute. There were 7 dogs playing. You flip to the next couple shots you took, there's only 6 now. You flip 2 more, they're down to 4. And you look up, and you see that the painting doesn't have any dogs in it right now.
Found the problem.
Already? Damn. All right. What is it?
Door in the painting. See, check it out.
Does that count?
Okay, so let's just scroll back to about a week ago. 7 dogs playing poker.
Okay. Yeah. Wait. What? Where are the dogs going? So you think the dogs are going through the door?
It's empty table. Now.
Okay, so why is the empty table of not dogs angry?
It's not the table. It's the door.
Wait, the door is the table's the door?
No, the door in the painting is like one of the doors that we've been seeing all across town.
Okay, so why is he eating the painting dogs?
That's when you guys hear coming from inside the building.
Unless, of course, the dogs just got out.
It does kind of sound like the cat.
Mr. Pickles? No, it's not.
No, I meant like ghost animal.
Oh,
We
yeah.
cutscene back to Ghost. Give me those contacts. They're gonna have my job. Okay. Federico, if I may be of assistance.
Oh god damn it!
You get a fate point. So, spectral dogs, you're hearing the howls. They're reverberating throughout the place. One is coming from the balcony where you saw Cleo. One is coming from the room with the sarcophagus. You hear two, it sounds like they're padding around in the front foyer where you just came through.
It actually might be useful to have the spectral cat right now. Of course, we don't.
What are you trying to do?
Whistling for the dogs.
Okay.
Effectively emitting a high enough pitch.
Okay.
Tell them that
Roll rapper.
rappers.
What are you doing?
I am. So the aura is coming from the door in the painting, we think.
Mm-hmm.
You just start with one fate, regardless.
Oh, okay, I got it. Sorry, that took me a bit.
Okay.
I am. I guess I'm gonna go because the door itself has never been the source of the problem, but here it seems to be the source of the aura. So I'm gonna go take a closer look and see if there's anything else with
Okay.
the painting.
I'll try it.
When you say take a look at the paint, take a look and see if there's anything else.
Like the you're telling me there's a strong aura there,
Yeah.
but all the dogs are gone.
Yeah.
It's because the aura's coming from the door in the painting.
Yeah, but the
Okay, make an investigation roll.
So I'll just be like, I'm gonna see if I can get the dog's attention so we can see about getting them back into the painting.
Robert's crap out.
Yeah. And alright. They're dogs. I'm just whistling.
Did you watch the roll?
I got a -2.
God. Yeah, you're. It's nothing. You, on the other hand, you're watching your boss have a seizure, and you're like, okay, fine.
Almost.
So you're taking a look, and there's something inscribed on the door, like on the front of the door. It's very faint because the door is painted in red, and this is done in a slightly darker shade, or one might be a cherry red. This is more of an oxblood.
Okay.
And you swear you have seen this before.
Okay.
And
I rolled a 6.
and that's when you pull out the business card you were given earlier. And you hold it up, and you kind of squint, and then you take another look through the drawn thing, and you're like, the symbols on the business card are a perfect match with what you're seeing on the red of that card. And then you take a few steps back, and you're like, wait a minute. You kind of hold the card at arm's length, and you superimpose it on the door. It is literally a perfect fit for the square of the door.
Okay, Victor,
Hang on a minute.
if you could stop having your seizure and come help me.
I'm not having a seizure. I'm just
What are you trying to do then?
trying to.
What are you trying to do?
Whistle.
Okay, so that gets the dog's attention.
Like that?
Thanks.
And you
Great, so come here and help me.
and you see this big spectral head shove its way through the door. The dog is probably about 6 feet, 7 feet tall, with a skeletal head and a bowler that's seen better days. And it's just
Why did you want to whistle? This answers the question why you wouldn't want to whistle, not why you wanted to.
and you hear that howl being met with other ones.
Well, we needed to put them back in the painting.
Yeah, speaking of the painting, come take a look at this.
Dog.
Since when do you care about things like life or death?
That.
So dog releases a banshee-like howl at the both of you. Make will rolls. This counts as an attack.
I am definitely.
So that was a.
Yeah.
What's my base will?
I'm going to
0?
tap my unsettling enthusiasm for this.
All right.
Re-roll that -3. For a positive 3, for a 4, that is much better.
So I rolled 0, and you know what? For the relationship aspect, I'm gonna go with surprisingly okay with this.
For what?
The relationship aspect is it basically describes pretty much. Yeah, sure, whatever.
That is actually kind of accurate, though, because you've been fairly accommodating in everything that's happened. It's like, oh, it's a ghost. Yeah, it seems to be a were chicken. Yeah, it's Tuesday.
Okay, so what did you get?
I've got a reroll.
You got a reroll?
Yep.
Alright. Reroll it. 4. You're fine.
3.
You're okay. And you're okay because I rolled like shit.
Speaking of which, here's that point.
Thank you.
I still would not have been okay if it was my natural roll.
But like it flared out and your hair's being blown back and the outfit's billowing and ectoplasm spittle is coming off of its mouth and the spectral breath is everywhere and it takes a couple steps back, but that's about it. And it seems a little perplexed that you guys are running in terror.
There.
What?
Sit! Doesn't sit.
No.
It was worth a try.
And that's when you see the other dog behind it. This one looks like a Great Dane, but you can see the bones poking through the flesh. You can see half of the flesh has gone off the skull, and it's wearing a Victorian gambling vest that's seen much better days. The paisley is barely noticeable.
Okay, but seriously, come here and take a look at this door, because once we deal with the ghost, it's gonna go.
These dogs are like 6 feet tall. Did I point that out?
Yeah,
6
no,
feet
you did.
tall? Okay.
Yeah, they're making snarly noises, they're not attacking. Yet. Wait! You're usually the one who's all... Like, seriously, come on. The longer you take...
Can I get a point for going, yeah?
Yes, you can, totally. That is definitely your trouble.
Right,
So,
yeah, okay, be quick. We're gonna get...
okay, so here's the business card.
Yep.
And hold it up to the door.
We should call him.
Should we?
Can you think of a reason we shouldn't?
Demon?
Make athletics rolls.
Oh shit!
3.
Okay. And Mariah?
Wait a second. Also 3.
Also 3. Alright, give me a second here. So, first dog, the one with the boulder, comes bounding at you. Lob.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, kind of doing that bouncy dog kind of thing. It runs up to you, and just as you're raising the gun to it, it kind of grabs you by the ankle and flings you across the room. It doesn't fling you up, it flings you across, but because you guys had slimed everything down, you're kind of like doing a 360 spiral. So you're getting the like the camera would be doing the thing as the whole room is spinning around you. You're taking a point of physical damage.
Well, that definitely could have worse.
The Great Dane comes lobbing at what's the word when like they come bouncing at you?
Bounding?
Bounding.
Yeah.
Yeah. It comes
Bounding, trouncing.
It comes
Trouncing sounds more like you're beating someone up.
Well, actually, trounce would be like when they land on you, if they're just bounding towards you.
it comes bounding at you. And effectively when it lands at your feet, it sounds like a shockwave that goes up, but because of all the slime on the floor, you lose your footing and you go feet over backwards and you kind of go spinning in the opposite direction.
So ass over tea kettle.
Yeah, ass over tea kettle when you guys are like, you go that way, you kind of go the other way. And the dogs, it kind of roars up, and then the other 2 dogs, you see them in the background. One appears to be some kind of black Labrador. It's purely skeletal with a little bit of skin over the one eye. And you can still see where it's got its cards hidden in its breast pocket. And the other dog, you can see the short little white one. It's got most of its skin and flesh still intact, but its mouth, it just opens up and is splayed with these 6-inch sharp teeth. It looks more like looking into the mouth of an anglerfish than anything else. And they're like padding towards you guys, and you can feel the vibrations through the slime on the floor.
So there's 6 of them. We're gonna have a hard time trapping and putting them all back that way.
7.
So
I got an idea, but you're not gonna like it.
when do I ever like your ideas? What is it?
Valid.
I made a thing.
And this thing does?
It'll keep them in here.
I mean, I'm guessing it also keeps us in here.
Yep.
Can you turn it off once you turn it on?
In theory. I mean, to be fair, it runs on it doesn't have like a battery pack like our proton pack, so it's like the battery will run out within our lifetime, easily within our lifetime.
So the answer is no, but maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what you doing?
Maybe we want them to not be trapped in here so that we could... Actually, if we could maybe trap 1 or 2... Can you turn it... Like, wait. You don't know how to turn it off.
I'm not sure if it's gonna work. I made a thing. To be
Okay.
fair, I kind of sort of made half of it when I was asleep. It's got a button on it, and I genuinely don't know what's gonna happen if I push it.
You didn't...
I'm kind of curious though. I have an idea.
Okay, so dogs are attacking again?
Well, I'm just... What I'm saying is... Trapping maybe 2 of them, dealing 2 at a time by keeping the other 4 out, and then...
Yeah, I don't know if it's just. I don't know if it's
No,
gonna
we
work.
can do that.
Make athletics rolls.
2.
Oh dear. So one time at sports camp,
What sports camp did you go to?
dodgeball.
Oh!
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
I'll give it to you. Alright.
That's better.
Okay. What do you got?
5,
5, yeah. Okay.
which is much better than -1.
So, first dog comes bounding at you, and it's making it go for your head. You're not sure what will happen if a ghost dog actually tries.
I don't want to find out.
So the thing is, you're on your back. This dog is coming at you. You're like, oh shit! You take the effectively the goose sprayer.
Slanthor?
Yeah. And you kind of use it like a fire extinguisher on a ghoulie chair, and you kind of aim it against the wall, and it snaps, but you're already gone. You're like
I
careening.
cannot believe that worked. Really well.
And it looks perplexed, like you should still be there. It starts pawing up the slime. Head cocks off to the side, and then it sees you. So it's kind of rearing up to give charge again. The other one comes snarling at you, and it comes bounding, and you're like, oh fuck this. You do like a hurdler stretch split as it leaps over you. The little one comes barreling under. You pull yourself up and do like a half handstand. It goes underneath, and you kind of land on your feet. And you're just like,
Seriously?
1, 2. Okay, that's good. And then it's when you're behind you and you look around, and you're coming eye to eyeball with the Great Dane, and its eyes are literally at your head. And it's just this big corpse.
How many dogs are in the room? Is it all of them now, or
6.
All of them?
was it 6 or 7?
There's 7, but there's 6 in the room.
Because last I checked, it was 2.
Yeah, more of them showed up. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fuck it, I'm doing the thing.
Okay.
Okay, so spend a fate point
Alright.
for doing the thing.
I'm guessing that's the thing you're making up now?
Explain the thing for our viewers at home.
Okay, so what Victor had an idea of creating something to mitigate property damage.
Mm-hmm.
Of kind of having one of the things that the drone does is it marks wall, ceiling, like the dimensions of the room that we're in, and it logs that away. So he created these tiny little discs that attach to a wall that effectively create, for lack of a better description, like an ionizing force field in those specific dimensions. So it can't go any further.
Mhm.
The problem is it's still in the experimental phase, so we can't leave either. So they'll be in here with us.
Mhm.
But they'll be in here with us. So. So yeah, I'll just. I'm doing it. Take it. Just kind of bring up the. And like look at the dog. Look at the dog that's kind of pawing where I was. Bulldogs.
Okay.
Even when you're dead, you're still kind of brain dead. Anyway, just bring up the dimensions. All right.
Okay, roll for it.
All right. 4 for my athletics.
Oh,
Just like
right.
sliding the little puck into place.
So,
All right.
so boom, the next one, boom, boom. It becomes a symphony of light. If it were an anime, you'd be zooming on the dog's head, watching as one goes after another, kind of watching as the cage basically encapsulates the entire room, locking you guys inside of it. And then there's this sheer blue, like hexagonal light that surrounds it between the light beams.
All right.
And you see the dogs kind of, one kind of paws at it, and it does that staticky thing.
I have no idea how long this is gonna take. Lock and load.
So you've got 6 dogs in there. They're trapped in. There's now the scene aspect, horribly confined.
The cool thing is, the
The trap can go anywhere and it'll catch one?
Well, I mean, there's that, but the proton stream shouldn't actually go through the wall.
Oh! So we won't destroy the painting.
Yeah, that was the whole point of it. I didn't know what's gonna.
So is the painting on the inside of the trap with you, or the
It
outside?
it was taken like it's everything is taken into consideration within the force field. So, if
What does that mean?
Is it on the inside of the force field or the outside?
technically it would be the outside. So imagine if you
Okay.
imagine it being a bubble, and it effectively just takes up so it won't like reach the corners, but the corners will have like the rounded.
So basically the bubble is just inside the walls.
It's like pressed against the walls. The painting is on the wall, so the bubble is pressed against it. But
Got it. Okay.
we shouldn't damage the painting.
Shouldn't is a very good word right now.
Yes.
All right. What are you guys doing? Dogs are about to attack.
Lock
Trap.
and load.
Thump. Trap under pile dog.
Roll athletics. You're locking and loading. Shooting. Go for it.
So I rolled a 3. So 5.
5.
I take it you did not roll well.
It's gonna be a hopeful Ghostbuster entrepreneur. That is much better than the -3. In total, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, so the dog comes leaping at you. You were able to hit it full on with the fucking proton. You're holding it back, and
No one likes a cheater.
and the dog is definitely caught on the throats. It's snarling and fighting back. You're kind of leading it back and forth. You've got it on a leash as far as it goes. It effectively pulls back, and when it does, you brace yourself against the one wall, hold it in place. But as you do, you realize something. You're stuck. You're stuck. The downside about the goo that you sprayed everywhere is like it works for a while. It is very positive, but when it starts to dry, it goes from goo
It starts to.
to taffy.
Yeah.
So you're like, I got you. I can't move. Yeah. So you guys won that, but you've got the hindrance. Slower than molasses right now.
Got it.
You, on the other hand,
Are we supposed to get something for that?
I'm not done yet. You, on the other hand, you were able to fucking trick shot this thing. Not only did you trick shot it off the wall, it went through 2 of the ghosts and landed in the middle of the 3rd. So the cable is lined perfectly around that. The only problem with that is that when you did that, you realized that much like Charlie, you start getting tactile and sticky as well, but because the trap's in the third ghosts, it's actually moving, taking the trap with it. So the trap is inside of it and changing location depending on where the dog is. So the position of the trap is moving, it's not stable.
Man, that dog is not going to be happy when you open that trap.
So effectively, you guys won that, but you tied with the dogs on both things. So minor consequences. We've got rotating traps and we've got slower than molasses.
Is the fact that like the floor is covered in like positively charged ectoplasm doing anything to the dogs?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
This is why they have not released their secondary or third attacks.
Got it. I'll take it. Alright, I will.
Because right now, I don't know if you've noticed, but they're playing with you.
Yeah.
As opposed to what I have on my sheet, which is tearing you apart.
Yeah.
And that's because specifically you sprayed the entire area, so you created an aspect.
So what I'm gonna do is
positive feelings.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to effectively just try and move that dog towards the dog with the trap.
Okay.
So when it goes off, hopefully.
Okay. Roll for it. You still have the minor consequence.
Yep. Minor consequence doesn't trigger unless
What am I
someone
rolling?
triggers it. Although I suppose right now there is one free trigger. Yeah. So what would that be? Is shooting? Because are you trying to guide it with the proton pack?
Well, I've got him in a containment beam. Now I just have to move him.
So isn't that shooting?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's no good. 1.
1. Okay. And what are you doing?
I'm gonna shoot the dog nearest to the bouncing dog with the trap.
Okay.
Or actually, is that a good idea? Like, are we?
There are no good ideas in this game.
I think like if we just open the trap, it's gonna eat the one that's got that.
Oh, it is definitely going to eat that one. That one is pretty much a guaranteed. Like, it cannot escape it. I genuinely feel bad for it because it's going to get turned inside out.
Yeah.
Oof. But like, so do we want it like?
I'm trying to
Which one are you trying to guide?
Yeah, I'm trying to cluster them together so we can use Like,
okay, so you're trying to cluster them.
Oh god, yeah.
You're gonna cry now.
It'll be an ugly crying scene after game.
Is there like a ball-like device or?
What kind of device?
You know what? Remember those Ghostbusters squeaky toys? Could I maybe just happen to have one in my bag by accident?
You're spending a fake point on it.
I will if I have to.
Yes, you are.
Okay, so I grab the hideous toy, squeak squeak, and then I throw it into the middle of them.
Oh, Jesus. Oh my god.
Imagine the dog that I've got the good saving field just like running on air, like trying to get to it. I guess. Here you go, buddy.
Run.
And my athletics roll was only a 2.
Okay.
But I will just spend a +2 to make sure that happens. I'm down to 1 hit point. Okay, so 4.
4. What did you roll against, Charlie?
I only got like a 1.
Charlie got a 1. You got a 4. Okay.
But mine was on my throwing. The effect of the squeaky toy is maybe different.
So, good news, bad news, good news.
There's more good news than bad news. I'll take it.
So effectively, what happens is, you're like, all right, I'm dragging the fucker to the trap, and here I go. I'm dragging. I am dragging any moment now, as you can actually hear the toffee harden around you. But the good news is the dog is not getting away. Like you went.
Still have it in the containment.
You got in this case. You moved it a couple of feet. This was closer
Yeah.
And then you're like, I can't move, but it can't move, and it can't do what it wants to do, and I can't do what I want to do. So compromise.
No one's happy. Why can't he
And
compromise?
then, to your horror, you see this chibi-headed Paz hurtling through the air towards you, and it just kind of lands at your feet. And then
No,
you look,
I didn't throw it at him. I threw it at the center of the dogs.
yeah,
Is that him?
and then you see the other dogs bounding towards it with the happiest, most thrilled look on their dumb undead mugs you have ever witnessed at the same time.
This is coming out of your bonus.
There's a what now?
And so, works, they're all completely distracted.
I wasn't trying to distract them. I was trying to get them all to cluster.
And they did cluster.
Oh yeah.
And they all clustered around Charlie. Because
So
they're snapping at the doll, bouncing it around, hitting it with their noses, slobbering on it back and forth, and like kind of dogpiling and you in the corner. You're like, oh my god, you still got the one in the beam. The one in the beam's pissed off because it doesn't get to play with the doll.
honestly, if they're all like dogpiling me, I would have let go of the trap just to try and free myself because
Okay.
like I would let go of the containment beam.
Okay. So that is what happened with that. That's.
So, but I mean, it's coming towards the thing anymore. So I'm just gonna be like in a fetal position in the corner because I have nowhere to go, and my feet won't move, so I can crouch successfully. So I'm just gonna be screaming. It's like, just turn the trap on.
You have the remote.
It's your trap
Where's the remote?
on your wrist. That is attached to everything you own.
Meanwhile, we flash back over to the Ghostbusters headquarters where you have the book and instruction manual that Victor printed off with a note. Read this, it's very important, with her mug on top of it. And then it pans out and you see like there's 6 mugs on top of it with like coffee stains and rings all over the thing. And you hear
It's in the manual.
What, the brick?
Meanwhile, you hear Frederick, where are all the mugs? Back to you.
Alright, so next round I'll turn the trap on.
Alright. So turn the trap on. Free action.
Boop, 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 boop.
Alright. And what are you doing?
Turtling?
Turtling. Alright.
I don't know what I would roll to successfully turtle, but
It doesn't matter at this point.
Covering head and
I'm
genitals.
giving you both a fate point to end the scene. So, good news and bad news. Good news. It works like a charm. It works. The spectral hounds get sucked up. The trap spreads open. There's a flash of light, the sound of ions hissing, and a thunderclap, and they're gone in that bright thing of light. Bad news is the ones that have the skeletal bones. For some reason, the bones are still there and kind of scattered. The oversized dog bones, and you will realize later that they were part of another art piece that was down the hall. That's what they were actually.
So, next door.
Yeah. The other thing you realize is that when you look back at the painting, the dogs are back in the painting, and you've got the Great Dane is like scooping up all the chips and everything with that big shit-eating grin, and all the dogs are just kind of like, they're all kind of directed at you guys. They're all kind of giving you the.
Not the ones giving.
No, they're all glaring at
just
you.
like spray my feet with the aerosol.
You also notice that the red door in the painting has one of those out of service signs, like when somebody's washing or cleaning.
Yeah.
It's got not in use. Like not in use, but it's closed. When custodians put those
Yeah.
things on, it's got one. of those.
Temporarily closed.
Yeah, and it stopped emitting that aura. Like that's
Look at the dogs in the painting. He's cheating. Don't get mad at us.
squirk as you guys go off.
So I don't think that one's fixed.
Force field. Right.
Uh-huh.
Go to the just ran into the force field. Go into the middle of the room.
So, hooray! You saved the day. Place is covered in taffy kind of slime. The one painting is still on the wall, and it seems that aside from when the spectral dogs fled the painting and they took possession of various art pieces to reconstruct as close as a body as they could. So you're finding the bits and pieces. It's like, okay, the costuming came from there. These bones were part of that exhibit. Oh my god, that's where the oversized card from the thing with the teeth. It was that sculpture piece with that avant-garde metal piece. And you're like, oh my god. And that's when you hear, it's kind of very deep, bass-like voice. There's a gentleman there who's just kind of turns the corner. He's like, "Did I miss anything? I was looking for Cleo."
No one's supposed to be here.
Oh, sorry, I was in the other room keeping an eye on things. I must have not done.
Who are you?
Jonathan, I'm the security guy.
Hi, Jonathan. Ghostbusters. Just clearing out the room.
Like
There's
exorcists?
sure. We'll
Close
go-
enough.
Oh.
Close enough. There is some ectoplasmic residue on the floor that will actually dissipate. You might need to sweep later.
Problem is not fully. Problem's been temporarily abated. It is not solved.
Yes,
I know.
It's right now. It has three phases. It has like sticky. It has like kind of like jam, like that kind of consistency, and then sticky goop, and then it kind of dissipates into dust.
Like puree of sorts.
Sure, we'll go with that. Yeah.
So I trust you were victorious in this?
Relatively, yes.
So we temporarily abated the problem. It is not solved. So yeah, we didn't lose.
Not losing is important. Knowing your boundaries is what helps you make better decisions.
Sure.
Anyway,
Yeah, Cleo. We told her to leave because no one's supposed to be here.
But she'll be returning.
well, once everything is figured, yeah,
I see. Well, I will wait here for her. Can I escort you off the premises?
we're not done.
We're not done, and you shouldn't be here.
We'll take, as they say, an early lunch.
All right then. Do you want to do another sweep of the room? All right.
So, what are you looking for with the drum?
Changes. Basically, because obviously they gone back into the thing, and the door is out of service.
Door's out of service, which means it's no longer active, so there's no reason for that to be a problem.
Problem isn't really solved. It's just temporarily,
If
and we
they-
don't know how temporarily.
Damn it!
What?
Do you want to be safe or efficient?
Yes.
You can't be both.
How unsafe are we talking?
Mm-hmm.
That door has an out of service sign, so it can't be used
Mhm.
on that side.
I would like to not destroy centuries of art.
As would I. I'm just saying, if there's two sides to the door, that means the door might have a physical manifestation here rather than the one side of it in the painting, and it would be more efficient to split the party.
Drone. I'm sending the drone into the other room and looking at the round, or to whatever room is behind the painting, and looking at the wall via drone.
There's just janitor's closet there. Brooms, mop, buckets, that's it.
Well, It's not on the back of the painting,
Yeah, but
like through the wall.
right, but like these, and I'll point to the bones. Like right, but these all came from different parts of the museum. If the dogs went through that door and came out a door in,
Elsewhere.
then it's somewhere in the museum.
Well, my first thought was it was going to be in the room with everything, and that would have been terrible.
Yeah.
Or just double check that room for a door.
Which room?
The room with everything.
Roll notice on this one, both of you.
3.
2.
Sorry, what was that? 2 and 3. Sorry, I can't hear you. Okay. You know something really peculiar? Things have moved around in that room.
That's weird.
The sarcophagus not open, but moved to the side. And that beautiful, exquisite piece of modern art taxidermy with Tucker Carlson's face on it has been ripped to shreds. It looks like, I don't know, like 6-foot wild hounds got into it and were just determined to make it suffer whatever terrible vengeance it deserved as being an abomination of nature. And it wasn't just they chewed on this like a loving toy. They went after this thing with a vengeance.
And well, I got a picture of it.
Well, I mean, it makes sense that Scuff's bucket.
So are you checking the entire museum?
If the doorway,
We're looking for the door.
yeah, if the doorway isn't in that room, then
Then
yes.
And it wasn't in the room behind, aka the janitor's closet.
You come across. You don't come across the door. However, you do come across a painting of a man sitting on a park bench, and there is a door in the back of that picture, but because he's sitting directly in front of it, you can't make it out. You can make little details around the edges. It does have a red hue. It does have a little bit of filigree, but you can't tell.
Is the aura there?
Not from the door, but from the picture of the guy sitting in front of it. It's an old school oil painting done turn of the century. And back in its day, it was considered modern art.
Yeah.
Like, that was modern art from like, the 1600s. It was considered very, very taboo, you know.
Someone sitting?
It's not just sitting, it's what they're reading and who it was of, and there's a lot of fine details. It was what was referred to back then as a doctor of the occult. And you know this guy. You've seen this guy. He came into your office this morning because somebody watched on a deal. And he's there in a very nice black suit with shiny shoes, and he's got a cravat and looking very polite and civilized and holding a small black book.
What's his face?
You know what?
Guy with the business card.
And he's looking directly out of the painting, like directly towards you. It's creepy.
Could you not in a museum? Ugh. Okay.
No, you already tried my tactic. I mean, try talking a little more friendly. What was his name again?
You never gave me my name.
I can't remember.
Take it.
Hey, Mr. Unpronounceable.
Roll report.
Mr. Horace.
4.
4. Okay, so what are you trying to do?
We need the museum to be unhaunted.
Okay, so what are you doing?
Trying to talk to him.
what is your request? Like, what is your? I'm trying to narrow it down. What's your specific intent in?
Well, right now, I'm literally just trying to talk and see if something happens. But the overall intent is we want to deal with the ghosts, but
If he's the cause of the ghosts, we need to deal with him.
Okay.
so I guess. So, that your door? Letting the dogs out? Snicker, snicker, snicker.
And he's just kind of looking. The picture is not moving. It's kind of looking at you, but your PKE meter is definitely registering at this point. It's going up.
I don't know if this is actually you or just a painting of you or. But
Type in his phone number.
Okay. And it's going. You're getting the static.
And like, hello? Hello?
Oh yes.
There you are.
Hello, Victor. I'm glad you caught me. I'm just having, as you would say, a little break.
Reading here. How's the book?
Oh, it's quite good. There's a lovely recipe for a black hole in it, but I have to say I much prefer the Book of Chaos. It's much more of a kick in it, you know.
That's neat. So, well, I mean,
Are you with somebody?
you're on speakerphone. Passes you.
Oh, yes, your lovely associate. Do send along my best regards.
You're on speaker, so.
you just did.
I forget. Oh, hello, Paz. Nice to speak. Yes.
By the way, what should we call you? You never gave me a name.
Oh.
Maybe a moniker. Super K.
Oh, I see. Just call me Mr. Book.
Mr. Book. So we're in the museum.
I love museums. Fascinating places.
Yeah. Listen, so we're looking at your picture. You're sitting on the bench reading
Sorry,
a book.
picture. I have a picture.
Yeah. You're reading a book. It's the. Yep. Read the title of the book.
You
What's the title? You were reading the title of the book?
you look at the title of the book and you realize something. It's the same as the business card.
Oh.
And you do the thing where you hold it just and you kind of tilt it at the right angle, and it's like the perfect shape for it.
Okay, so the book you're reading has the same images on your business card. Actually.
Oh yes.
Anyway,
I'm a nostalgic. I admit, guilty as charged.
Yeah. So there's a door in your painting.
Is there?
Yeah, it's kind of behind you. There's
I didn't paint it, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah, no, I know. Well, at least I figured. There was another door in another painting. Well, painting. Dogs playing poker. Anyway,
Dogs playing poker.
Yeah.
The card game?
Yeah.
I was unaware that that was a thing that they could do.
they
They
can't.
can't.
It's a.
It's a surrealist painting.
Then why would someone paint that?
I don't know.
Surrealism is about shit that can't happen.
Oh, I see. Much like life.
That's kind of profound. Anyway, so the door clearly matches the business card that you gave us.
Oh, what a coincidence.
I
I did
don't
that.
believe in coincidences.
Yet here we are.
Yeah. See, it's weird because the dogs were animated and possessed a bunch of stuff, and then attacked a statue with Tucker Carlson's likeness.
Oh dear.
And I really liked that statue because
It likened
he
him to
was
a pig.
like the head of this really weird amalgamation of animals,
Yes, I can
But
see
on-
how dogs would make a mistake.
but
like that.
on the ass of it, and he had like a pig nose. It was fantastic.
That does sound like our friend Mr. Carlson.
It does. I understand that. By the way, I showed him your card. I have never seen a human being move that fast.
You did deliver my message.
I did.
Was that you or was that Paz?
I showed him the card.
Thank you. Thank you so much. That means the world to me. It does.
Okay.
I promise you there'll be a little something waiting for you.
It's That's not necessary.
Not necessary.
Please. I insist it's the least I can do.
Anyway, so if I'm right, your energies are having an adverse effect on the overall auras of everything in this museum, and it's kind of wreaking very hard on everything.
Oh, my energy. Are you suggesting I'm to blame for whatever circumstance you're
No, no.
You're not looking for a scapegoat, are you?
No, no, no. It's not. It's not. It's not.
We're looking for a source.
Yeah, it's just the source. I have a feeling that in your attempts to cast a fairly wide net to catch.
No.
Mr.
I'm
Watson.
not casting a net of any sorts. At all.
Then is this part of your deal with Mr. Carlson?
Simply his time to make good on his debts, and I simply come to collect on them, but as of late, he has made that rather impossible. There are certain consequences for those actions, and I regret that you are left with cleaning up those consequences. I am deeply sorry about that. I wish there was something I could do from my end, but it's the will of nature. I get pulled in a certain direction, he slams the door in my face, and it's a messy close.
So you have to open up another door in order to find a way out again.
And then he closes again.
Closes that door, and then you open another one.
And you are left with the residual mess.
Of course.
Which has never been my purpose, nor my intent, nor my way. Why would it be? Normally these things are very cut and dry, open and closed. Van Gogh, Rembrandt, Bowie. It's
Oh,
oh, he's a wonderful musician, talented young man.
yeah.
Met many of the great artists, historians, media personalities. They all need a little help to get around those spots. And they all deal fairly and are treated just as well. This is our one little hiccup.
I see.
It's the oddest thing. I have no idea how he does it, but he does it so consistently. And I'm afraid things will only get worse.
Could he made another deal with someone else?
I don't think so.
You don't think
Did your
I have to warn you, Victor, you are treading on very sensitive
I
information.
don't. True. I'm not looking for an insider scoop on how everything works. I'm trying to find out how he's doing it. So
Well, I would be
so we can stop it.
absolutely curious to find out as well.
I'm just wondering and of course you can obviously say no because that is your prerogative. His deal, did that come with any sort of insight into how you do business?
No.
Okay. He does not seem like the type of person to be able to piece that together.
He simply requested our Type 1 gold level fame and fortune package, which we provided, met all criteria on payment, prompt delivery at the end of his 47th year. He is exactly 6 months, 3 weeks, 2 days, 31 hours, 13 minutes, and 23 seconds over.
And the longer this goes on, the more damage it's going to make.
Such are consequences left unchecked. But I regret to inform you that this is not my intent or my way.
I
It never
understand.
has been. But I am sadly shackled to this as much as you are.
Well, see, the thing is, he's not here. So, is there anything we can do about this particular problem right now?
What problem is that?
The museum hunt?
You guys take a look at the PKE meter and weirdest thing. The energy's all died down. The only thing that's flaring or even remotely is the residual stuff in the other room downstairs.
Or at least is the door on the painting said was temporarily out of service?
Yeah.
How temporary? Wait, do you know?
Are you asking the?
Yeah.
Jesus, I'm sorry, I can't open doors for you. That's not.
No. I'm not asking that. I'm just asking if you know how temporary that sign would indicate it is for.
Well, my understanding in the truest sense of the word, that everything is temporary, but that doesn't mean it is a short period of time. I wish I could help you
I have
more.
a feeling if he shows up again, the door's gonna be coming back. Go back into service.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have other affairs to attend to.
Very well.
I wish you the best of luck. Please do keep me posted. Your conversation is quite lovely, and I don't have too much time to socialize. It's been rather pleasant.
No,
And then once again, I regret the mess that you've been forced into.
Not
I
a problem.
wish this on anyone.
thank you very
I
much.
promise you, you will eventually be compensated.
Thank you.
Not necessary, but thank you.
And that's where he goes.
Have a nice day.
Not sure we want compensation from him.
No, but at the very least, what we can do is we can check the guest list. Make sure.
See when he showed up and see if he's gonna show up tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's your mom's.
Hey, Mom.
Honey.
Yeah?
Why didn't you tell us you were getting one of these?
Getting one of what?
It arrived just like a minute ago. How did you ever?
Getting one of
Getting
what,
what?
Mom? I need details and context. What the hell are you talking about?
The Ferrari?
The hell do I need a Ferrari for?
How did you get it gold plated?
Why is it gold plated?
Well, it's got your name on it. It says it was for you. And she's showing you a picture on the phone, and there is a gold-plated Ferrari with the word "book" on the license plate.
Wow.
Like it's streamlined,
I
state
should
of the
like
art.
show you the picture. Like, well, that was quick.
And excessive.
A touch. Yeah.
That's when your phone goes off.
Answer it.
It's Jill. Hey, so bad news. Apparently they sold the building we're in for condos.
Wow, shit, and you just moved in.
Yeah, I know, but good news. The company that bought us out is putting all the tenants in these penthouse suites in Uptown. So we've got a new room. We're gonna be roomy. Look, it's spacious. It's got a jacuzzi. I'm so excited.
You didn't answer a scam call, did you?
No, not at all. They actually, lawyers came by just a little while ago with official documentation and everything. Anyway, just wanted to let you know, Keys will be here when you show up.
Okay, yeah.
Talk to you later, Rumi.
Mom,
Cool,
Mom,
bye.
Mom, yeah,
No,
no,
what happened?
I-
Is it a gift from Agnes? What should we do?
it is not. It is not from.
Are you on drugs? Are you?
I am not on drugs.
What is this all about?
I apparently.
Are you coming for dinner tonight?
No, I'm gonna be super busy all night. I got another thing at the fruit stand at 3. I'm still at the museum right now, and there's a lot of paperwork from the EPA that I need to deal with. So I'm probably just gonna crash at the office. As far as the Ferrari, enjoy.
Thanks, honey.
You were already driving it, were you?
No. What did you tell him? I told him no. You'll never figure out. He already knows.
I can hear you.
Sounds speakerphone. Yeah, we may have taken out just to
It's
check
fine.
it, make sure it's safe, honey.
Make sure it's. Why do you guys lie to me? I'm like, never mind. Enjoy. Bye.
Click.
It's a really bad lie, and
I think that I'm more upset about the quality of the lie than I am the fact that they lie.
right?
Like, just at the very least, come. Let me ask you a question. Randomly, did something good happen to you?
On the surface,
Like what?
apparently my apartment has been replaced with a penthouse suite downtown,
Oh wow.
which means I'm never gonna get rid of my roommate.
She got separate.
No, she was pretty clear on that one.
Wait. Was that what you meant when you asked if it was a scam? If she answered a scam call?
Yep.
Hang on. I showed you a picture of a gold-plated Ferrari with the name Mr. Book on the license plate. After we talked to what we can only assume
but you
is a demon, and when he said we would be compensated, your first instinct in this line of work was somehow you answered a scam call.
No, he said you would be compensated because you're the one who delivered the message.
I delivered the message, but we are still doing. It's not the point. The point is, as for right now, the museum is clear. For now,
As long as Dingus doesn't
as
show.
long as douchebag doesn't show up.
So I guess we should figure out where that security guard took his extended lunch.
Well, I mean, it shouldn't be hard. Probably should leave. All right.
So we fast forward 2 hours. I'm gonna hand wave the next assignment and just say that it's the two of you coming out of like a still standing, somewhat smoldering, mom and pa grocery store downtown, covered in tomatoes, carrots, animal and like sausages, this kind of thing. You guys got hit with everything. A lot of low-level specters. No doors on this one, but you were able to catch it pretty quickly. So you guys walk away with about $2,000. Collectively, you're getting 2 more perks for today's game, and basically 2 roasted ducks apiece that you can take home and share with the family.
Nice.
Nice. Like, not the short, like the really nice, like full-on one for.
So weird question for you guys. Did you have you know that really loud radio TV guy, Tucker Carlson?
Did he ever show up?
Oh, loud man! Yes, we.
Bow tie.
Oh, the clown. Oh, very loud. He does not like people like us. He good enough to, eat our food, buy our groceries, but he comes in.
Sounds like him.
He comes in and he says, problem with America is foreigners. I'm like, this is my store. I'm a foreigner. He's like, you're different. I said, how am I different? Because I say so. So I say, you decide who's foreigner and who's not foreigner. And he says, that's right. Because I am Bobcat Wild Carlson, man. And he throws all this money around, and then he runs out because he is very scared someone is chasing him. And I say, who's chasing you? And he is like, oh, nobody is chasing me. Why do you think they're chasing me? And I said, that's fine. I just put your name in the book so I can give you a receipt. And he starts screaming at me, throws my book on the floor, and runs out without his pitayas. Like, he bought all these pitayas. He paid for the pitayas. What is he going to do? He's not going to make pitaya roast tonight, I tell you that.
No.
So I'm stuck with all these pitayas, and nobody wants them because it's them.
I mean,
They kind of are contaminated now.
yeah.
Yeah, they are. Tell you what, you help us. You take the ducks. You'll take the pitayas.
We can get rid of the pitayas. Yeah.
No, you put in a pitaya pie or a pitaya roast, where you stuff the pitayas in a bigger pitaya and you put it on the barbecue, and you have a wonderful pitaya tonight.
Okay.
I insist.
All right.
I
So,
insist.
anyways, I was asking, did the problem start soon after he came by?
Oh, my whole life has been problems.
No,
I
this
escaped the
problem.
war.
With,
And
I'm
then
super
my
glad they
wife,
get. We meant the ghost.
Oh, no. We always have ghosts of our ancestors following us, but they're very
In
helpful.
the shop.
Yes.
Thank you.
It happened when he yells at the book. No, it was before. It was yesterday. Yesterday he came in and he wanted the marzipan. I'm like, I'm out of the marzipan. What am I going to do? And he made a big thing about discrimination against him and his kind. And I'm like, what kind? He's the kind that likes marzipan? And then he started yelling at me.
But that's when you had the problem ghost.
Well, that's when it got worse.
That makes sense. 'Cause it sounds like he's been okay.
Thank
Awesome,
you very much.
thank you.
All right, don't forget your pitayas.
Yep, no,
There you
got it.
go. Hey, for me and the missus, special thank you. There we go. Ice cold beach juice. 6-pack. Enjoy.
Thank you.
But don't tell your friends. Well, you
Nope.
got it. A little secret.
Okay.
All right. You
Take
take care. All
Okay.
right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Are
Thank
we out of
you.
your shot yet?
it ends. Okay, so major milestone for the both of you.
Woo!
I have no idea what the hell papaya is. I imagine it's like something between a potato, a rutabaga, and an apple.
And a papaya.
And a papaya, apparently.
I'm wondering if it's a thing.
I don't know. I genuinely
Well, you
don't.
accidentally recreated Tucker Carlson.
Is it a thing?
A pitaya or a pitaya is a fruit of several different cactus plant species indigenous to the Americas. Usually refers to a fruit of the genus Stenosirius, while the pitaya or dragon fruit refers to fruit of the genus Selenosirius, both in the family of Cacatae. So yes. Oh man.
What?
Can you give us stink fruit?
No, it's literally like dragon fruit and well hold on.
Oh, I hate waffle.
Okay, so yeah, dragon fruit and pitaya are the same thing.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm making reality form around my games. That's what I hear.
No. X.
Okay, so major milestones for the both of you. You guys uncovered the plot of the campaign. So,
I had a feeling like he was behind
Something?
it. I just didn't know how extensive it was.
so basically, from what I'm guessing from what you gathered is
Once again, nothing good can come from Tucker Carlson.
So yeah, the guy Mr. Book who came to collect, he just comes to collect it to fulfill his end of the
Yeah,
deal. Have to keep shutting the door, but when he does, ghosts start getting activated again.
Yeah.
And that's something that this guy doesn't have control over.
So I'm gonna call the museum and basically tell them that they need to keep Tucker Carlson out because the second he walks back in, it's gonna reactivate. But it is temporarily dealt with. And by temporarily, we mean until he walks in there.
No, Janusz will be very glad. I don't. He's not good.
Janusz.
Janusz.
Oh god, I
don't
love
like
that
him.
character so much.
He's not.
He's such a good character.
He's very. He double parks.
He had two. I think the best way to just describe, like, there were 3 instances in that movie where you got the breadth of the character of Janusz Goha. One, when he met Dr. Venkman and shook his hand. And when I say shook his hand, it is a very loose term. Extend your hand for a moment, as you would shake mine. Of course, Dr. Venkman, I of course see you on the television. I enjoy. And like, that was it. And it was hilarious because Venkman was just like, like, are you kidding me right now? And when he was like trying to persuade Dana to come over to like the dark side and stuff like that, and he's like, no, there are many perks to being the mother of a living god. I'm sure we could get a magnificent apartment, a car, free parking. Like, that is the extent of his ambition. He would be the parent of a living god.
For free parking.
And a nice apartment.
Yeah.
Like,
So basically,
Yeah.
like, half decent survival in a city.
yeah.
Not even good, just half decent.
Also, to be fair, I mean, it is Manhattan. Nice apartments are not.
Oh, yeah.
really-
Alright, so major
Oh,
milestones.
and also the sarcophagus and Cleo and Rover and Jonathan were all an homage to Charlie's Vampire game. They were all characters in there. You're welcome.
The dog is a ghoul.
The dog is a ghoul. So this actually means they're in the same universe now. How do you feel about that, Charles? Let's be honest.
The world of ghost busting?
I genuinely don't know how I feel about that.
Okay, but cross.
I mean, I'm almost positive, like, a Ghostbuster would potentially win a fight against a vampire just because of the proton stream of concentrated plasma. Like, there's
I mean,
fortitude, and then there's surface
I
of the
just
sun
wanna see
fortitude.
the
Especially since they're weak to the sun.
that after your scene, there's like a post credits Easter egg where it's Cleo going home and it's like, Mom, Dad, this is my boyfriend Federico. And just having the look of Peppermint Jack and Tammy, they just kind of both look at each other and it just fades to black.
It's either that or Peppermint Jack was just like your 12 angry men with 6 people was divine.
Oh my God! Yes, that's exactly it.
He's just welcomed with open
I
arms.
could feel the rage. It's like each one of you was twice as angry.
Well, we had to be because there was only 6 people. I know.
Oh my God!
I'm sorry, I actually made that worse.
Yeah, God, fucking okay.
I think I'm gonna up my athletics to 3 for no reason at all.
Damn it! I mean, I would like to do that, but how many skill bumps have we gotten? Because this is the second one, right? Because if you do that, it doesn't fit the triangle.
Should have been our 3rd.
Is it our 3rd?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm missing one. Okay.
Yeah, you are. You need to fix that. Because there's no point in banking them.
Well,
Yeah.
I didn't know I was missing one.
Alright, so let's see here.
Yeah, I'm bumping up my athletics and my shoot then. Athletics or notice? I'm thinking athletics because it just works better with my character.
I have a question.
Yeah.
The franchise perks. Can we because there isn't a I guess maybe it might be headquarters.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. On-site.
What do you want?
Would it be on-site resources for like more help for Federico?
Yes.
Okay.
I've got I just need to confirm what your stats are. It's transportation 1. No, it's transportation 2.
2.
Yeah.
PR 3.
Yeah.
On-site 2.
I had 3 for that.
I have 2.
Oh, okay.
Unless you just added one.
I didn't. No.
Okay, an HQ 1.
That might be where the. Oh, that's where I went wrong. Okay, cool.
Yeah, we should probably upgrade HQ. Get some better gigs.
Yeah, you really can. Also, you've got, collectively from this game, you have actually got 3 perks, my mistake. And you've got 6k.
I'm gonna minute. So we solve this problem with Carlson and the demon. We're basically putting ourselves out of work.
See that church? It's been here for 200 years. As it was being built, random slaves would just die. Because, they'd be literally worked to death. They were buried. On site. Without grave markers. For a ceremony.
But you're the one who's been saying that this has been, like, a new, like, it was nothing and now it's a peak.
Yeah.
If this is the cause of the peak, then it's going to be back to nothing.
Well, yeah, but as the grocery store owner said, like, he said it got worse, which means it was always there.
Yeah, but that was the second time Carlson visited.
True. Look, I'm
not saying don't do it. I'm just heads up, warning.
Yeah, I know.
Heads up, warning to me too.
Oh, you'll be fine.
I'm gonna have to find another job.
Also, the weird chicken.
I assume you're gonna have a hard time paying. Why are you just blinking at me?
He's got a gold-plated Ferrari.
Do you remember me telling you the difference between rich people and wealthy people?
Just too much money and way too much money?
Well, no, rich people can not be rich if they have, like, a strong coke habit and get escorts every night.
Okay, yeah.
A wealthy person can lose, like, $100 million in an afternoon and go, oh, that's unfortunate. I'm wealthy.
Oh! So,
So,
so this is basically your hobby store.
No. A hobby store is stuff that is actually insulting. No, a hobby store is something you do to keep yourself occupied. This is a passion. Thank you. I am actively inventing. I am like 3/4 of the way through inventing a fusion reactor that will actually take this place off of the map.
Squeak. Ghostbuster. Squeak. Ghostbuster.
Eric?
Great.
You also managed to invent an annoying coffee machine.
I did not invent anything.
I find your comments rather hurtful. As
You were squeaking the Ghostbuster plushie. It's annoying.
it comforts me.
I'm working on a body, okay? Just give me some time.
You are aware that when he wheels out, he's only got 3 wheels.
Yeah, it's like I am working. I've got.
I imagine he's squeaking the Ghostbuster toy by running over it.
I have an idea for a body.
Oh my god, you guys are gonna go in. Okay, so got Paz, me, Eric, robot.
Yeah.
I'm an autonomous coffee unit and Ghostbuster. Decaf. Eric, you know me so well.
It's like I mean, yeah. Look, to Eric.
I want to hear this.
That okay? So funny story. That the parts that I made the coffee machine out of were a bunch of turn of the century stuff that I got from the Boston Tea Party. Near as I can tell, Eric was one of the people that yeeted some of the stuff into the harbor.
Okay, so the coffee machine's actually a ghost.
Technically, yeah. It just kind of he's inhabited.
Friendly ghost.
It just
Did
had.
you say you were?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, about that fusion reactor. No, because we keep getting shit on by the EPA because we're taking up so much and taking up so much power from the grid. So I'm just going to take us off the grid.
Yeah, I
And-
remember you told me that.
To be fair, he just wanted the forms.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he wasn't really shitting on you per se.
Well, I mean,
That's a lot of forms.
he kind of is because as the PR as our PR person said, she could just ignore the bullshit calls. He could just ignore the bullshit calls that are clearly just there. He even admitted that they are just there
Yeah.
to make my life miserable through making his life miserable. He could just ignore them. He's not. He gets a middle finger. But
Okay, we gotta wrap this up, guys. We're done.
Do
Getting...
we really
Yeah,
have
we
to?
do. Because I got stuff to do.
oh,
Oh.
GMs need aftercare too.
fine.
Ugh.
Anyway,
And now they're just walking away. Okay,
No.
I guess that's
right.
end game, and have a good
Thanks,
night.
everyone.
cheers.
See you later. See you next week. Thanks for stopping by.
No, no.
Oh, great. Destroy everything.
I will.
Obviously.